Okay, I think we're good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to probably, I think, the most fun and exciting stream that we're gonna have in a long time until FNAF Security Breach 3 gets announced 5 years down the line. I think we're good. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I was making sure the audio is good. Hello, everyone. I am beyond excited, if you can't tell by the voice. But wow, what a day it is to be a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. What a day yesterday was. I was on a trip. I was not home, so getting notifications here and there that they were announcing games left and right. It was amazing, let me tell you guys. But hello, John Cena's Bald. Hello, Sheeps. Hello, Toasted Perfection. Hello, G James Legend 101. Hello, Victor. Hello, Blue Star Green Moon. Nice to see you again. Hello, CK. Hello, Aaron's World. Hello, TV Coffee Donut. I'm sorry. I delayed the stream again today, and I felt so bad that he had to up his timer. I'm so sorry about that. But hello, everyone. Hello, the Mad Hattress. Hello. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Sorry if I missed anyone. Hello, Zeta. Hello, Omen. Hello, the Mimic Theorist. Hello. Hello, Axolotl, Dogboy. Hello, KM. Hello, Rooster. 42 people already. Amazing. Thank you guys for waiting. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but here we are, excited. And yeah, what a day to be FNAF fans. Absolutely cinema. You know, that meme. Just put it up on there. A lot to talk about today. A lot. We're not going to stop talking about this until the games are released. And yeah, wow, I'm just lost for words at this point. You know, I was talking with VAR for a bit before we started, and just wow, we were just excited. So right off the bat, 2 games announced, 3 things announced, but 2 games announced. First things first, we have a real-life pizzeria coming in 2027, a permanent location, real animatronics, a horror experience, and was it arcade games based on the real arcade games from FNAF? Awesome on its own. Later that day, we get FNAF Security Breach 2. Don't worry, we'll look deep into the teaser. We'll look at the 2. We'll look at the new Vanny. There's a new Vanny, probably. And then, obviously, we got FNAF World 2. Always bet on FNAF World 2. Unnamed Security Guard, if he's here, he was right. I'll be honest, I did not think we were getting FNAF World 2. Especially after we got Security Breach 2. I did not think it was going to happen, so I was so happy I was wrong. And, yeah, no, me too. I'm the same way, Toasted. I have so many new thoughts. I am kind of all over the place, so this stream is going to have no organization at all, but here we are. Hello, Not a Damsel, welcome. Who is the new Vanny? We'll get into it. Princess Quest IRL, for sure. Hello, Unnamed, is he here? Are you here, Unnamed? I think I heard you.
I see you get in here, but
I've been in here.
Perfect, hello. These are my 2 wonderful guests.
I did hear it. Okay, sorry.
We have VAR. Me too, Rise. I heard something, but we have VAR, Unnamed Security Guard, if you guys want to say hi.
Hi.
For some reason I thought you meant chat. Hi. Hi, everyone.
Right, chat. Everyone say hi. Yeah, there you go. Yes. Also, we should make that clear. No 5 Laps at Freddy's. I'm so sorry, VAR, and the 2 other people. I'm sorry who were excited. No 5 Laps at Freddy's. I'll be honest, I thought that was more likely than FNAF World 2, so it's funny that didn't happen. Yes, memes for the win. Me too. I want to say it's still alive, right? I want to say it's still somewhere. It's
yeah,
it
still
time.
Says 2026. We've got a shot at it this
right.
year.
Give me December 31st. We have a chance. Hello, G James again. Hello, like Raffin.
Perfect thing to tide me over until the new games.
Oh, 100%. This would be a good one. Okay. So right off the bat, we'll start with that. Just initial reactions. Everyone, just how are you guys feeling? What are you guys most excited for? And a great question, I think Toasted brought up first, or I was thinking chat earlier, is which game is releasing first? And we'll start there. And then from there, we'll kind of go into the lore, the teasers, whatever there is to talk about. So starting with VAR, you want to give your thoughts when you think these games are releasing?
When they're releasing, oh gosh, I don't really have any idea, to be honest, because it's like it's like they've been cooking at least one of these, I feel like, for quite a while.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to Unnamed a little bit yesterday, and he mentioned that it's possible that, like, ever since Into the Pit, Mega Cat Studios has been working on this one, which also gives them around 2 years for FNAF World 2, or maybe it's been being worked on longer than that. I don't know. So that means, like, technically it's like, depending on how long the process is to create the game and like how much is in it, like, we don't even know like how big of projects these are going to be either. That's the other thing. It's like, is this going to be like a massive expansion upon like previous games, or is it going to be like, are we looking at like Secret of the Mimic length? Is FNAF World 2 going to be like 10 times bigger than FNAF World? Like, what I don't even know. Like, there's so many variables. Yeah. I'm just so excited. I don't even know. That was a horrible answer. I'm sorry.
No, that's good, because we're just talking about it. I love it. And I agree. I don't know if FNAF World. I am the most confused about that, if I'm being honest. Awesome. Unnamed, how do you feel you were right? How do you feel, sir? I'm sure you're happy. And VAR said it too when he was like, I wish I could have seen his reaction to FNAF World 2, because I think he was the most vocal one about that one, especially because he's in the FNAF World lore with this video coming out soon. I was a doubter. I'm sorry. I did bet on FNAF World 2 a couple months ago, but I kind of moved back from that bet. I'm not going to lie. But I was wrong. I would have lost millions in that sense. How do you feel, Unnamed?
I got the best of both worlds because I was thinking we might get like just a FNAF world, but instead we got both.
Right, yeah, we got both. It was great. Like, this is literally what we talked about last stream, where we were like, "Oh, best case scenario, they announced 2 different things, and 5 laps at Freddy's." We didn't get 5 laps at Freddy's. That's the only miss we had. But 2 wins is great. We're gonna take it. Also, yeah, Name, give us your thoughts on release dates alongside your reactions. Go ahead.
Release dates. Just while it's still fresh in my head, if they don't drop simultaneously, I would think FNAF World 2 is coming first. Is my current thought.
Okay.
But in my mind, it could be just as likely that they do them simultaneously if we know there are 2 different teams that were working on 2 different games, also potentially simultaneously with all this.
Right.
Maybe they got one done before the other, and they thought, wouldn't this be like a really cool way we could like give them a boatload of content, drop 2 games at the same time, made by 2 different teams in the same continuity.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my thoughts. And I guess my reaction, yeah, it's pretty. I dropped like my avatar doing the sort of mewing thing.
Nice,
like,
yeah.
That was my reaction. Yeah, like it finally paid off. So many of you doubted me, but I was right. I'm like, for once, I was right.
For once.
God, yeah, no, I just feel great. I'm glad, and I'm so excited, to see where exactly it's gonna. I'm already having thoughts as well. That's what I was doing last night, trying to brainstorm what FNAF World 2 could be about. And I really want to talk about it, but again, I've got to get this stupid video out. I'm halfway through proofreading it today. It's there's a lot I want to speculate on, what is actually coming next, what's going to be in the game itself. But it's to do that, I would have to say what I think is happening in FNAF World, and it's I'll have to get this out first. So very excited. Security Breach 2, could be a prequel, could be it feels better to me for it to be after, and it to be someone other than Vanny. Is what I'm thinking. Maybe. Right. I don't know. But yeah, we can get into it.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. Love it. I agree. And, okay, yeah, for me, right, obviously super excited. Love everything. You guys already know. Yapped about it for a couple minutes before we started. For release dates, Toasted just brought up a great point that Into the Pit was in development for 5 years, and that he doesn't believe FNAF World 2 was at the same time or before, which is fair, and that's true, because it seems more like instead of the fetch game, this is kind of what they agreed on, which I think is great. So if earliest that happened 2 years ago, and depending on the scale of this game, we still have at least 2 years, I think.
That's
so
true.
Yeah, that's a great
when
point.
games announced that early.
Right, I'm like, oh man, I wanted it tomorrow. If I'm being honest, I was prepping my live stream to play it. That's a fair point, and I think that's a good point.
2 games next year would be crazy.
Yeah, I think for me, right, not saying that this is a hope
Maybe
or I'm going to be disappointed. Right, yeah. But I think it'll be cool. FNAF World 2 was more of like a 3D type of game. Obviously FNAF World 2 was, 2D. It'd be cool if it was the same, art style, everything, just like 3D. How cool that'd be if you can move around in the environment. Probably not going to happen because it's too much like the other games. But I agree that there's still at least 2 years. So in that sense, I think Security Breach at earliest could come out next year in December 2027, the same way Security Breach was released in December. That's the earliest in my opinion. That's if they've been working on it for years, because this was 2 years ago when Scott said they're working on something that wasn't going to be announced, in the Scott Daco interview. So that was 2024, 2 years ago. At least 2 years they're working on it. That's 4 years already. Another year in December. That's 5 years, hopefully, for Security Breach 2. Not saying that that's how long the first game took, but we don't know the scale of this game either, right? I don't think this is going to be another Pizzaplex location. I think it'll be a new location. I don't think it'll be the same scale, though, because obviously that place was huge. So I think Security Breach at earliest will release in 2027 December. And FNAF World 2, hopefully 2028. 2029 seems like it's crazy saying 2029 seems so far away, but hopefully 2028 May I'd be okay with. I honestly thought it'd be the other way around before Toasted's comment. I thought FNAF World 2 would be in May and then Security Breach would be in December, especially because in my head, I think FNAF World 2 is like the game centered around the Mimic and, you know, David's head, whatever it is. Kind of FNAF World was with Gregory, or the Crying Child and Fredbear. I thought that's what this game would be. We get more background and history on this character, leading us to Security Breach 2 and what's left there. So that's kind of... Bronze Films, do you think Security Breach 2 will be a similar scale to, say, Secret Mimic? I think it'll be a bit bigger than that one. I think, you know, because what they say, that, you know, that location was the size of Roxy's Raceway. I think it'll be like half of what Security Breach is, if it's my guess. I think we'll get like a new location that is still pretty big, but I don't think they'll do the 4 levels, you know, the sinkhole that is crazy. I think half sinkhole, half new location. That's kind of how I think about it. But, you know, honestly, we don't really know right now. The only thing we do know is that there's a new Vanny. So, you know, we'll jump into it, starting with FNAF World 2, just because I'm sure it's fresh. For me, it's more fresh in my mind. Really quick, let's go around. What do we think FNAF World 2, kind of the gist of what it's going to be about? First things first, we all agree it's going to take place in the same continuity, right? And it's going to have lore, right? Like FNAF World 1?
I've gone back and forth in it.
Really? I've consistently said I think FNAF World is in the game continuity, yes.
Okay, I am with Unnamed. For me, it's 100% yes. I think this is an awesome opportunity to do lore in the background of another game, and lore that isn't so heavy like a mainline Security Breach 2 game, you know, where we can expand on David's character, Mimic's character. So I think it'll be the same continuity, and I think it'll be a great way. Or even Moon.exe, which I saw Aaron brought up, I think great. Also, that's another great thing that we could dive into through a smaller game in that sense like that. Won't have lore, says the Digidog. Interesting. Yeah, everyone in the chat. CK says it will have lore. Everyone in the chat, let me know if you believe FNAF World 2 will have lore. Scott regretted having lore in FNAF World 1, so I really don't think World 2 will repeat that regret. Ooh. I think FNAF World 2 will just focus on the other older lore. That's a good possibility too. Okay, interesting. Okay. Interesting. I thought more people were going to say there's going to be lore, but I get it. And how do you think... Do you think that if Security Breach 2 was a sequel, that it's going to be the same Pizzaplex or a new one? It'll be a new one, but connected to the old Pizzaplex, if that makes sense. I'll dive into it more detail later. Definitely Laura says, Tori, FNAF World 2 will do something with Chica's Secret Party. Yes, that is still out there. And we'll also talk about, oh my god, so much to talk about. But the Guess Who things, I think those are really important to what we know about Security Breach 2. Because obviously that's how they announced Vanny, the new Vanny, Security Breach 2. One was done about what's her name? Party Time Chica, right? If I'm remembering that correctly, yes, right?
Believe
they did
so.
a Guess Who, right? Yeah. So I think Chica's Secret Party will be in Security Breach 2 and FNAF World in some capacity, or one or the other. I'm 100% still relevant. All these games and not a Fall Fest in sight. You know, that shoe that we're all gonna eat is looking like a bigger possibility. If I'm being honest, I'm a little scared.
From what we know for now, for all we know, you know, there might not just be a water park. There might be a Fall Fest attached to this rebuilt place.
Right, in that sense, that definitely does sound like a scale of the Pizzaplex, which is great. Same, I hope it will have lore. Me too. Wait, Scott regretted. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a great Toasted. He knows a lot about Scott and a lot about World, which I love. I didn't know that Scott regretted adding lore either. I think that is more, just the way it was received, because a lot of FNAF World, you know, was hated on when it was first released, which makes me sad. I think I was like a 12-year-old or 11-year-old when it came out, so I wasn't really on Twitter, but I would have been defending the game. I would have been defending the game if I was online at that point. I wasn't. But I think now with how he sees how it's being received and people loving it and people kind of loving the lore and the aspects of it, like, you know, we all theorize about the clock ending, the drowning ending, you know. I'm sure he sees that, and I think that'll make him want to add lore to this game. That's just how I see it. The question is, 2 teasers have... Ooh.
I would agree. Like, I just want to make a point on that, saying, like, I can regret how I made a particular pie. The pie would be, like, this one time be really bad, but does that mean because I made one bad pie, I'm never making pie again, ever? Like, no. You know, for the next... I'm just saying, I regret this one, but I'll make a better one late. Like, I don't know. Maybe he meant it more like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he said, like, he regretted, like, trying to tie FNAF World into a canon game, but then he said, like, FNAF 1 was the right game at the right time. FNAF World, it wasn't a good time for it to be made. It was just a really... I think... Here, let me see. Okay, so he said that was just a really poor decision of a game to try to make fast. So it seems like he wants it to be lore relevant.
And he wanted
just
more time with
shouldn't
it.
have done it with the current headspace he had at the time. So I feel like this is going to be like not just like this is almost like two games that like he gets another chance to make things how he wanted. He gets to make Vanny how he wanted
Yeah.
and really let her character develop, and then FNAF World 2 with like the lore more how he wanted the first one to be. He just shouldn't have made it then.
I agree 100% with that. And it's, again, now that he can tie it in really well, I think with another game like Security Breach 2, I think now is the time. Oh, real quick, shout out to my beautiful girlfriend Tamara. She was there when I started yapping to her both times when she was there when I found out about Security Breach 2 and FNAF World 2. We were like in the aquarium. Babe, look! Oh my God, Security Breach 2! I was freaking out. I was zooming in on the eye. That's a 2. That's a number 2. Oh my God, that's a new Vanny. That's all she heard for like 40 minutes. And then FNAF World 2. Fun fact, we were in the aquarium looking at turtles, and all of a sudden, I find out there's a big old 2 on my screen. Start freaking out and telling them FNAF World is real. Holding up the line behind me of kids trying to see turtles. Sorry, not sorry. Welcome, Tamara. Glad you could make it. So yeah, I mean, I agree. That's why I think with that reasoning, I think there will be lore. So from that, what do we think FNAF World 2 will be about? Because obviously, I'm assuming we all kind of assume there'll be new characters, right? New characters. I want to see Jackie. I want to see the Mimic in that cartoonish form. Adventure. I love him. So adorable.
I want to see Circus Baby
action.
so bad.
Circus Baby, yes. The fun times. The glam rocks. Oh my God. They have a list of characters to add, which I'm excited for. So we know that, right? We'll probably assume. Maybe new style of gameplay. Maybe new fighting mechanics. I'd love a Mortal Kombat FNAF if they can do that for FNAF World characters. I'm in. You never know. But what do we think the underlying story is going to be about, since us three, for the most part, seems like agree that there will be an underlying story? Who wants to start? Wait, real quick, Toast, that's a great point. Statistically, at least one of those kids were probably also excited for FNAF World 2. That's a great point. That's a great point. One of them probably overheard me and was freaking out. Great point, great point. So yeah, go ahead, whoever wants to start. There's so many times to see turtles, but only one FNAF World 2 announcement. Thank you. Right? That's why I had to hold up the line. I had to kind of stop and tell them about this announcement. The turtles aren't going anywhere. FNAF World 2 is going somewhere. Thank you. Appreciate you guys defending me, because maybe I'll end up like on a Facebook page. Some mom posted me, this kid holding up the line. Can we get him banned at the aquarium? Will I be banned next year? Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, whoever wants to start.
V, you go first.
Here we go, Var.
It could go one of two ways for me. It could be like connected to specifically, I guess how I see it would be M2 or David, or like whatever happens after the Secret of the Mimic, assuming the secret ending is canon.
Right. Well, yeah. Right.
Otherwise, for me, I don't think people moved on in FNAF 6, so for me it would be a perfect like follow-up to trying to give the kids their happiest day again that they never got, since the one you should not have killed didn't let anyone go free in Ultimate Custom Night. So it could be something like that, I don't know. But because it's interesting that we're like seeing all the same characters on the front, I thought we'd see like some new ones in the like little teaser picture.
Yes, they are all the newer ones.
It mostly seems like characters that were in the first one, which, I mean, yes, it's like technically like a coded game, but at the same time, I'm like, interesting. So I don't really know. They left it really vague, so that I can't really theorize too deeply yet.
All right. No, I mean,
just to clarify, I laughed, but like I'm not like disagreeing with you. There is a chance that is the case. I didn't mean to like sound insulting or anything.
Oh, you're fine.
Really quick, just want to go off to my days of seeing in chat. The Mimic Theorist, I think FNAF World 2 will reveal the Vengeful Spirit's identity, since it's been like 8 years since UCN came out, and FNAF World ties directly to UCN. Awesome, I would love that. I see Andrew in the chat by Toasted. Love it. Why not? I think it would make the community go insane. I love that. This one,
it's not even more meta than the first one.
Yes, that's true. If we get another drowning ending, and this time there's like an extra kid, and like it lines up with Scott kids, we know I'd be okay with that, because I want to know what that ending's about. Also, I love this one by Aaron World of Completed Freed 7054. Maybe it's a happiest day for the Blob. Are you kidding me? Yes, I would love a FNAF World 2 game on the Blob. That is an awesome idea, because that's true. I don't think the agony has necessarily been freed. Hello, Fox of the Dark Eye 3641. Welcome.
Dragging around a bunch of like different
right. Come on, that'd be so cool. Yeah. Right, that'd be so cool. Let's see. From what I can tell, it's toys versus classics due to the poster, and possibly a direct continuation of OG FNAF Worlds to be continued. Ooh. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of older, like, lore still coming around, which I wouldn't mind at all, yeah. Cool. Since Balloon Boy is at the top of the teaser, he has to be important to it. Might be related to Balloon Boy Arcade Machine. Ooh. Great point, TV Coffee Donut.
They've been hyping up Balloon Boy this whole era.
Yeah, okay, I like that. I like the Balloon Boy. Nice. Names, what do you think? You're the FNAF World expert.
Is that what I am?
That's what VAR calls you, yeah.
All right. I hate that I'm gonna be like annoyingly cryptic here, but I've been thinking like extremely carefully how I'm going to word this and not like spoil all of my upcoming video. But with what I think FNAF World is, in combination with who I think the characters are in it, in combination with what we are shown in the Scott Games era post FNAF 6, i.e. UCN, all of that combined, I think it's going to be a different character running the show in FNAF World 2. Someone else is going to be in the driver's seat.
Okay. That's a great point. I love that. 'Cause you're right, someone should be in the back, like kind of, you know, controlling things in that sense. Sorry, keep going. Love it, I agree.
And they may or may not be alone. It's a little rough to tell. I'm gonna have to think about that, but I know for sure whoever's in the driver's seat is a new character. Again, off of what I said, from what all we've seen before, that one is elsewhere. The old, I guess, driver or whatever, like the other, like a controlling character in the first FNAF World is occupied, let's say. And now why and how, who I think it, like, who it would be, like, I don't know how, but I would agree with V that it feels better to me, not just lore-wise, but, like, narratively as a story. It feels better to me if it's not M2, but it is David. That's what I'm wondering. Now, again, how he got in there, who put him there, and why, not exactly sure. But that's who, and or like if he's even in there alone, you know. I don't know. I mean, surely there'd be at least one other character with him. But again, I can't say who that is because I don't have this video out, but he may be alone, but if he's not, there's at least one other with him, basically.
Okay.
I wish I could be more specific than that. I'm so sorry, but yeah. David, yeah, it's going to be about David.
Okay. Awesome. And
I'm excited for the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, so it'll be so good.
Oh
I'm excited for the animations, everything they do. I know they can. Oh, they're gonna cook. Really quick, I'm seeing a lot of chat about Vanessa, or a lot of chattering about Vanessa. We'll talk about her soon and the new Vanny. But what I will say, with Toasted's Vanessa isn't evil anymore. I think that's true if the Hope 1 and 2 ending is canon, but there's a chance it isn't now. But still, there's a lot of options. Tape Girl, Cassie, not Cassidy. I say that a lot. Cassie, a new one. You know, I'm excited to talk about this new Vanny. Also, Digidog added unnamed security guard. They say, I think FNAF World 2 is secretly Moon.exe to Sun.exe. Ooh, and the probable main antagonist in this is M1/F10 and 4.
Wait, who said that?
The Digidog. I like where we're heading. Where we're heading. Sorry, it's a bit above in live chat now that I know there's different chats. Yeah, I love that as well. Also, Tori brought up a great point. I'd like to see them connect the Vanny network to FNAF World. Another great idea. So many, you know, like networks, arcades, so many things they could do with this. Vanny network is one of them. Moon.exe is another. Sun.exe, I like the idea of like this being another program. I like that already. Isn't Tape Girl dead already? Probably. We don't know. Maybe this is the reveal. You never know. Okay, so for me, I agree with you guys. Although I would like the original lore maybe to have some role, I do think in that sense we'd have moved on to it, where I think this one will take place with the new lore. So I also want it to be about David, but specifically I want it to be about M2. I want this to be like an internal struggle or battle, if that makes sense. I think it'd be really cool if this is M2 like trying to fight who he is, if that makes sense. Like I think there's an opportunity to have a cool twist, right? Where the game makes it seem like we're David or we're playing in David's head, right? But then as the game goes on, as you meet new characters, as someone's telling you like trying to convince you who you are, Edwin, whatever it is, those external voices, then it's revealed that this is M2, struggling to find out who he is. And then at the end of the game, unlike the first FNAF world, M2 doesn't rest. At the end, you just become kind of this rageful machine, leading you not directly to Security Breach 2, but in that sense, directing you to where we know the Mimic now, the Mimic where he's just a rageful animatronic. And I think that also can tell us the secret ending is canon from Secret of the Mimic, where this game makes it clear that the Mimic is, rested. He's David now in that sense, right? But then for some reason, some force in that game, or whatever he's in, Moon.exe, whatever, makes him kind of question who he is, and then revert back to the rageful Mimic. Could be anyone from F10 and 4, Afton, anyone, Edwin, the actual Fiona. So that's just my idea. I want M2, David, please be about that. And unnamed, what you kind of brought up about someone running the show, Amazing Digital Circus reference. I would love for it to be F10 and 4.
Yeah. I didn't think of that actually, but yeah.
I love that. No, I was the Kane of this, F10 and 4 or Edwin in some sense, where he's evil. I don't know. But yeah, that's just kind of what I think about, and I really wanted to focus on the Mimic, and because I think there's so much still to talk about this character, right? Especially from Secret of the Mimic. Maybe this could be the Secret of the Mimic you'll see in some weird sense, right? Where we continue that story and find out which ending is canon. There's a lot of ways to do it. Ooh, what if Security Breach 2 has the storyteller? Ooh, that'd be cool.
DigiDog, I just wanted to say, you are going to like my new video when it's out, is all I'll say.
DigiDog, yes, check that out. Everyone check out the new video when it comes out.
You're going to really like my new video.
W. I'd like a UCN 2, to be honest, says the Mimic Theorist and CK. I agree. A UCN 2 could 100% be done. And who's kind of suffering now? Edwin. I think it could be done. I'd love a UCN number 2. I think, why just not do a sequel for any game? I think it'd be fun. I think we have a couple of games to get through before another UCN. That is fair also. I think a UCN 2 would be the last, or like kind of the branch of the last game with this Mimic arc. And based on this, we still have a couple games to go, which is awesome, right? I think we'll have at least 2 more after Security Breach 2. At least. And that makes me excited.
To round out the arc, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then plus a little side games, 5 Laps at Freddy's, I still think could be connected. FNAF World 2, obviously. FNAF UCN 2 to end it off. We're looking at a pretty solid arc. If I'm being honest. I am excited. What if Security Breach 2 takes ideas from the Tales books, such as the Fazplex Tower? Ooh, yeah. And same with the Tales books, the water park. There's a lot they could pull from there. I think Edwin being tortured. I mean, yeah, I think so. Edwin has a lot to do with that. I'm trying to say I missed a few chats. I think all 3 Help 1 and 2 endings are canon at different times. Remember, Cassie's dad is stuck in the system. That's true. Yeah, we could talk about that. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Okay, FNAF World 2, in that sense, there's not too much to speculate yet, right? Because we're still kind of waiting for a lot more information, let alone a release date. I hope it's next year. Toasted changed her mind. Dang it. Oh, man, I don't know when it could be released anymore. I'm hoping next year, if not early 2028. 2028, though. Oof, that's a stretch. It's a long time from now.
Yeah, that would be way early to announce.
Yeah, it's also fair. I'm hoping it's because, they have been working on it. I don't know. Or maybe Scott's was working on it earlier and then kind of passed it on to this new studio, Mega Cat Studios, who did Into the Pit, which is awesome. So that's why I have a lot of high hopes for this game, because I love that game. I don't necessarily think that one was canon to the games, or to the main game's continuity, since that is a game, but you never know.
Right.
From what we've seen, the teasers, Stu will have put with the water park, and the only time we've seen in water is Tails. That's true. Is this trying to bring back Tails games? Oh, maybe. I think
no.
A part of it a bit more, but overall I agree. No, I think maybe it's just part of it, but prove me wrong, and I'd be fine with that anywhere or either way.
That would be so wild.
That'd be so funny if they
Like
just
with
go
how
back on it.
like how gung ho people were for it before Secret of the Mimic, and then it like was shown that it's not the case, and then like to 180 on it later. Like God, that would be
You know, yeah,
crazy.
and I get it. I was on that boat. Tail games are canon for those. You know, what was it? A couple months before Secret Mimic got not even announced, just like no released. Yes, it was a couple months actually. You know, because especially when they said
Yep.
Edwin in that trailer. Come on, books are canon.
Yep.
That's not an Henry stand-in. It was a crazy time. Hello, Jack the Guy Man. Welcome. FNAF 2 about Oswald. Heck yeah. Ooh, FNAF World 2, I'm assuming, about Oswald. You know, if they can somehow connect into the pit, into the main games, I'd be fine with it. What if Cassie's dad is the protagonist of FNAF World 2? Ooh, he's in the perfect position to be approached by Afton and 4, this game's Glitch Bear. Ooh, Aaron is cooking. Aaron, you should also check out Unname's video coming out soon. That's a cool idea, I like that.
Cooking with portals.
Wordles. Where did M2 learn about stuffing people in costumes? What's the answer? Couple answers out there. You could always bring up William, but if not, just by seeing people wear the costumes and things like that. I was Tails games all the way until the game came out, and I heard in a live Fiona talk about David. Yes, me too. I was Tails games from December, where we got the update, until June. A good 6 months. You couldn't get the idea out of my head. I was the same way. But is there anything else you guys wanted to add about FNAF World 2 before we jump into Security Breach 2? Because definitely a bit more to talk about that one. Anything else you guys wanted to add? Or bring up? Because in that sense, there's, we could also talk about a bit more. If theory is correct, our avatar Rebani. Ooh.
I made a post on my channel gloating, but I also kind of threw in there, like, very subtly, well, not subtly, like pretty blatantly hinting what I think FNAF World is. If any of you are bored enough to look at my channel post to see it, if you really want to see.
Do you want us? We can read it right now if you want, really quick.
No, we don't have to. That's more just like, I guess, extra whatever if they want from me. I guess.
I want to read
it. Just
I'm sorry. I want to
give it out outright. Oh God.
We're reading his post, everyone.
Oh God. I was more just like, oh hey, you guys are bored in the background.
Now we're reading it. Now we're reading it. Are you kidding me? Now we're totally reading this.
I'm amazed you didn't before. I don't post all that often.
For some reason I did not see it on my feed. Okay, here we go. VAR, he tagged me in VAR and Bronze Films. Vindication, never doubted, never miss, never quits, always insane. We return to the cradle, says unnamed security guard. The cradle.
I wonder what that means.
Interesting. Are you saying like the game takes place inside the cradle, or like the cradle just comes back in general?
What do you think? Yeah. What do you think I mean by that?
Okay, cradle. Okay, wait. Cradle. The cradle program. That's not Mexis, right? Wait. Oh, I need to revisit the whole Mexis thing.
What are all of them? There's a Mexis, there's a cradle, there's a FNAF. Like, what are they
F10
all?
and 4, there's 3, right? 3 different things we need to bring up, yeah. So Mexis for sure is the computer. F10 and 4 is the program, so Cradle's also a program. So I'm assuming you're saying that the Cradle
Gregory in Ruin also refers to Mexis as a security program to make it even more difficult.
Ugh. I want to just say it's because he couldn't come up with a good name for the entity, but Mexis for sure is just the computer, right?
Yes, as well.
Okay. Why is that so confusing? That took me forever to understand. I remember we talked about that for like an hour. I could not get that in my head. But yes, Mexis is just the computer, and then the program is put into Mexis. Whoops. I'm sorry.
Yep.
So then, so if F10 and 4 is a program, and then so would be Cradle. So I think you're saying it's taking place in the Cradle program inside of Mexis computer, which is really cool. I think if that's what you're saying. Maybe I'm wrong. Gregory needs to come back. Yes,
might be close. Well, like, just something worth pointing out. Like, what's the similarity between Moon.exe, FNAF World, and, I mean, really, the AR system in Ruin? And hell, Help Wanted 2. Like, what do they all have in common? Just think about that.
That's great. Huh. Thinking about it a lot.
What do they all have in common?
You'd have to tell me. Moon.exe I think is interesting. Or I guess when I think of that in FNAF World, I just think of like an own, or like I guess something else happening on like a program or computer, because FNAF World 2 is probably an arcade machine, so FNAF World 2 would make sense to happen on a Mex's computer, or Moon.exe. I think they could be one and the same. I don't know if they are exactly the same though.
They're all digital, right? They're not like in the real world. They're on computer. Their computer programs are like made by computers.
Right.
Like none of those are real, right?
Yes, yeah.
They're all digital. They are all. That's the one thing at least they all have in common, right?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, just
Okay.
worth pointing out. How do we know they're different?
I don't know.
Are we sure they're not? They're different things. Again, like I don't want to spoon feed anyone, but yeah, just food for thought.
100%, yeah. I know Moon.exe I still think should have some role in that, and Moon.exe could even be like, I guess in that sense the code, right, were the different layers and you went through them and you ended up in Old Man Consequences. I think Old Man Consequences or the code or the different levels, one of them for sure could be Moon.exe, kind of telling us they're not only connected, but the deeper you go would leave you into Moon.exe. But again, to what extent?
And it is weird he popped up in both, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, exactly, yes. For sure. And I mean also I think there could be, not saying that this is going to be a 1-for-1 mimic, or sorry, 1-for-1 FNAF world, right? Where we're going to have their version of glitchtrap or plush, where we're going to have their version of Freddy, where they're going to have their version of the code. Although it's not exactly like that, at the same time, I do think it will have similar elements. Like, I do think there will probably be a secret ending, right? Where we travel to some other place, like Old Man Consequences Lake. And I do think that could either be Moon.exe, or it'll take us out of that completely, and we'll see something. I don't know. They could do a lot. They could do a lot with the secret ending. Do we think Scott Cawthon's going to be in this game really quick? What's his avatar name?
Anim Dude is the name of the avatar, but
yes,
that's actually the wild thing V wanted to clear up with me. I actually don't think that's Scott in-game.
Ooh, really? Who do you think it is?
The in-universe game dev mentioned in Help Wanted.
If that's how it's done, then Phantom brings up a great point, which is, which I'll just comment. Just get Edwin to 1v1 M2. Like, what if, the game programmer in this FNAF World 2, or this version of FNAF World, is Edwin? Like, that would be so cool. Imagine fighting Edwin in a 1v1. That would be awesome. That would actually be really cool. That would be really cool. Mega Cat are really good at secrets, so FNAF World 2 could have some really nice cryptic elements. Yes, I think 100% as well. It's going to take a while, man. That's going to be a trip when that game comes out. Just everyone trying to find every possible ending. Oof. That's going to be something.
Well, and if there's any games Scott would want to, like, micro-analyze, like, even if, like, this team at Mega Cat is doing the bulk of the work, like, it would be a FNAF World 2 just because it's, like one of the only time, like, that I can, or the only time I can really think of, Scott explicitly said, like, oh yeah, this game in particular, I wish I could have a redo.
Yeah. And he's going to do it right, which for sure, with not only a new studio or, someone who he's already worked with and did great with Into the Pit, but he's going to take his time, which I also think is great, And
yes.
Fans are going to eat it up. Are you kidding me? We're already eating it up. It's going to be great. And I hope Scott sees all this, how well received it is, honestly. That'd make me happy if he saw it. So other two great questions, right? From Mass GYT and from Phantom. First question, wait, could we get Old Man Consequences in FNAF World 2? And the other is, will there be human characters in FNAF World 2? Starting with Old Man Consequences, yes, we could totally see them, right? If their whole thing, whoever that character is dealing with these kind of rageful, well, that's more in UCN, but dealing with people who are not only lost but rageful, that kind of describes the Mimic in M2 to me, right? So imagine M2 meeting with Old Man Consequences. Yes. Vara, name, do you think that's possible? And if so, in what context? OMC is the king, yes, I agree.
Whenever OMC has popped up, it has been in these digital worlds. One of them was in FNAF, the first FNAF world. And the other time was like Princess Quest. I mean, I think it's pretty likely he pops up again.
I mean, I agree. Yeah, even in Princess Quest, right? He's kind of helping guide another lost person. I think you could argue the princess is lost in some sense. So same thing. Mimic is the lost person. So yeah, I think that'd be really cool. In the dialogue, it's probably gonna be 3 lines of text, but we're gonna dissect that, and that could have some really interesting lore in it. Var, do you think he'll show up?
I don't know.
Okay. That's the fair answer, because, yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting, though. Do you think human characters will be in this? Oh,
assume-
sorry. Go ahead, Var. Sorry.
Oh, I said I would assume.
Okay. Do you think he would be talking, do you think it'd be him talking to the Mimic, or just, in general, he'd just show up?
I'm curious if the Gator version of OMC would be there.
Ooh, or the King?
Yeah, because I'm not 100% convinced they're the same person.
Okay, that's fair. I get that too. I get that. Because in essence,
for what little they're worth, didn't the encyclopedias identify that character as OMC? For what little they're worth, I know, but still.
Haven't bothered reading, so I don't know.
Yeah, that book is interesting. Yeah, that's fair. That one's interesting.
It may be worth pointing out, but yeah.
Sorry, I read this comment. Edwin in a mimic mech fighting us? Yes, absolutely. Make him blocky too. Make him a blocky Edwin. Yeah, that'd be really cool. That'd be awesome. Please, Mega Cat Studios. Please. Yeah, okay. Do you guys think human characters will show up in this game?
No.
Really? Okay.
I don't know. I hadn't thought of that.
Given
Me neither.
Yeah, what I said and what I think this digital world is, no.
Okay. All right. Well,
I wish I could explain more, but it's I don't think that's how this thing works, is what I'll say.
I see. Okay. I think the only human character that could show up is Edwin, and it'll be in the context of being the game developer of this, or the developer of Cradle, for example. I'm stealing that unnamed. No, I'm kidding. And I think that he would be the only one who shows up. Fiona might show up, but it'll be through F10 and 4. I think she's either, somewhere else or just moved on as a soul. And David, I don't think will show up in this. I think he's in White Tiger and also not in this digital. I think, when you think digital FNAF World, it's going to be the Mimic. It has to be. Not has to be, but or FNAF World, give us OG lore, I'm fine with that too. Give us the Blob. It works too. Give us a game about this experience making the games. About his experience making the games. Ooh, that could be cool. Imagine designing your own game in FNAF World. That'd be cool. I want FNAF World 2 to have canon tie-ins despite Scott's comments, so I'm going to theorize anyway, lol. Same here. Until that game comes out and there's no tie-ins that I see, I'm going to keep theorizing. Yeah, and I think I heard the King in Hope 1 and 2 was labeled as OMC2 in the files. I think you're right, Blue Star. I think that's what I heard too, and that's why I always assumed they were the same. I think he is labeled as, oh man, the consequences. That's what I thought as well. Does Scott even like human characters? Yes.
Yeah, there's a Cassie and Vanny and...
Cassidy.
Yeah,
Or Andrew.
and all the ones from the Scott games here. He's fine with them.
They're there. Gregory, I hope, comes back. I really do hope Gregory comes back. I think the protagonist of FNAF World 2 will be M2, and F10 and 4 will be the Puppet Master. Cooking. I agree. I love that. I love that a lot. I bet our name does as well.
What?
Sorry, I thought about it since... G. James Legend 101 comments. I think the protagonist of FNAF World 2 will be M2, and F10 and 4 will be the Puppet Master. What do you think about that, unnamed?
That's half right, is what I'll say.
That's good. That's really good. Sorry, I thought about it since we got human characters even since the Stewell era. Don't apologize at all, and it is a great point and great question. Because, yeah, still a lot of human characters, and a lot of characters that this game should have. FNAF, FNAF Security Breach 2, right? We'll talk about it, we'll transition in a second. Just really quick, based on characters, I do hope everyone that we've left on does show up, and I hope there aren't too many new characters. For example, like the new Vanny, I hope it's someone we already know, and I in general, I just hope there aren't too many new characters. We already have so much to go over, in my opinion, so I hope we don't just play like a random kid named, insert random kid named Jack. I don't know why it's in my head, Jack. If anyone hears the name Jack, I'm sorry. Jack, Steve, we're playing as them in this Pizzaplex. Maybe it could work for the first part of the game, but I really do want to revisit Gregory, Cassie, Vanessa, Freddy Head, Michael. Also, Sun, what is it, Eclipse, should still be somewhere. Imagine they came back as a repaired animatronic. Maybe as a big ol' moon mascot. I'd be fine with it. You could call Anim Dude a human, but he's more like an avatar one like Sun and Moon.exe. Yeah, I agree. Right. Yeah, that's why like Edwin would technically be human, but I think it would be more like that, like an avatar. Steel Rules Ram for Sona will be a puppet master along with Scott. Interesting. Security Owl will avenge Baby Owl from Moon.exe. Nice. I've seen a theory that Vanny is Tape Girl. Me too, I saw that. You know, Tape Girl, you know, yeah, something to talk about there for sure. What did I do? Oh, Jack is here. That's why I was thinking of Jack. I knew I saw Jack. Jack the guy, man, I'm sorry. You didn't do anything. I love your name. I promise. It was just that your name was fresh in my head because I read one of your chats. I think you're great. Nothing wrong. Do not worry. I knew Jack was in my head fresh. That's why I was like, I'm thinking of Jack. Why am I thinking of Jack? You did nothing wrong. Do not worry. And if you're in Security Breach too, I think that's great. Promise. Alex. I think Mike is alive.
Security Breach too.
Right, I think I wish I was there too. But we'll be in a pizzeria next year in that sense, so not far off. And you know, eventually, I hope they rent out the entire mall and make it a pizzaplex. We talked about that. We always said he would do that. It's not the biggest mall in the world, but second is still pretty good, especially because they're pretty close, I think. And then just make it a pizzaplex. Change all the stores to different locations. You're gonna make your money back in a week, I promise. I think Mike is alive. I do think Mike is in Security Breach 2. I agree. I hope. I don't think we'll see like a 3D model if he is in the game. I think he'll be like in the background, ominous. Maybe we'll hear his voice here and there, or we'll just hear or we'll just get like messages and notes from him, you know. But I do think he's around somewhere for sure. Trisha Jr. Oh no, Junior.
Don't tempt me, Frodo.
Trisha, Miss Afton still around probably. Miss Afton could be in this game. Miss Afton gonna be in this game. Var, you're gonna talk about that in a second. I'm not sure of FNAF as a game series like people since 99% of all end up dead. That's also fair. I want the daycare attendant back as a character. Maybe they were interested. I agree. Me too. Especially the whole thing with them having the same teeth as the mimic, and then
if it's a sequel, it's like Eclipse's character is not done.
Exactly, and then also, wait, actually, before I get into that, we did see them in Moon.exe, which is interesting as well. Like, they still are definitely important, right? Like, we saw the modern version of Moon in Moon.exe, which is still crazy to me. How does that work? Does Moon.exe just not follow the timeline? Is it just like FNAF World that exists in space and not time? We don't know. Mike Afton, yes. New Vanny smile reminds me of Sun smile. Ooh, from the Secret of the Mimic cardboard cutout. Ooh, hello, Pure Hydro. That's a cool connection. I haven't thought of that. Huh. Cool. Just real quick, Toasted says Gregory will be a playable character in FNAF World 2 because unlike Edwin and Cassie, Gregory's a robot. I agree, and I said this last time. I hope it's like GTA 5 where we can switch characters in the Pizzaplex. Doom, doom, doom. You're Cassie somewhere else. Doom, doom, doom. You're Gregory. Doom, doom, doom. You're Freddy walking around on like tiny legs. Yes. Or even better,
Dr. Rabbit characters show up.
Yup. Even better, do a multiplayer game. You'll see us three running around the Pizzaplex. So cool. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Imagine they can. Us three are gonna play it for sure. That'd be really cool.
We need the multiplayer VR food prep with endless difficulty.
We do still need that as well. We're waiting on that, yeah. Mike is the new Vanny. okay, I see it. It was difficult.
Keeping in good shape since FNAF 6.
FNAF itself never talks about her. We don't know anything about her. MSUIT. Oh, is Miss Afton alive? I never heard anyone talk about Miss Afton. You know what? That's a great transition. That's a great transition. Let's get into FNAF Security Breach 2. What an announcement. First things first. Is this game going to be a prequel or sequel? I vote sequel. Vara named. What do you guys think?
It works so well either way for me.
Ooh, okay. I agree. Prequel, as
I admit it could be a prequel, but it feels so much better from a story to do that. Because what would we see in a prequel that wouldn't have been covered in Security Breach or Ruin or Help Wanted 2? And could you make a game out of that? A whole game? I have my doubts. And it would also ignore the issue of touching back with where we left off with Cassie, right? You don't get either of that with a prequel, in my opinion.
Yeah, if it's Security Breach 2, it makes more sense to me that it would be picking up where Cassie's story left, but we've never had a direct continuation in a FNAF game, so I'm kind of hesitant to say that
could-
it will be that.
yeah. Well, and maybe they're doing something new here. Like we were teased in Ruin, like they were already like tearing down the old Pizzaplex to build another one. Like if you remember the main atrium, it's like coming soon, right? Like they were actively planning on rebuilding it when Cassie was going in.
Cassie, build another Pizzaplex.
Another one.
Another. Okay, I agree. Either way, fine. I agree with unnamed. I think. I always bring up
dangerous words.
right. Yeah. No, of course not. I think the TV series is my always go-to for prequel. I think something smaller, not that a TV is small scale, but smaller scale where it's not a mainline game, or even another novel works fine. But at the same time, I'm on VAR's side because I want to walk around the Pizzaplex in the daytime. I want to explore it more when it's not in its ruined state, and there could be another story worth telling that wasn't in Help Wanted 2 and Security Breach and Ruin, and it could be all about Tape Girl, Vanessa, Therapist. There's a lot there still, I think. But for now, I want to say
saying, like,
sequel.
if they rebuilt it, then you still would get to like walk through a Pizzaplex again, just like
Yes.
like
It just
slightly revamped.
Yeah,
I guess.
I think
it might
just,
not be the same.
Right, it just won't be the same exactly. It just won't be the same, unfortunately, but it still be cool. I still think it's gonna be part of the Ruined Pizzaplex, and then the new part will be the water park area. I think is how it's gonna work. And I do think the sinkhole might also have some role. I don't think we'll go inside it, but I do think it'll have a role, if that makes sense. That's just kind of how I see it. Calling the big question: will Security Breach 2 actually be scary?
Yes. More
Yes.
than
Just saying now,
more
Vanny
than
has like a
Security
knife.
Breach, at least.
Huge doubt.
We're getting. Oh no! Oh god, we're two different answers. Vanny has a knife. The new Vanny has a knife. So
that is not
says-
scary.
It's scary to
It's
me,
showing
Vark.
they're
It's
willing
scary
to
to
go
me.
more that direction than the first one, where like
Yeah.
after that first teaser, we never see Vanny with a knife again,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Like
I'm
Do
just
we-
thinking
do we
of
think
J
Ruin is
Top's
scary?
interview
Or
with
Oh, but
FNAF, where he like they essentially won't make stuff as scarier than Help Wanted. Like that's the scariest they went. And they're trying to make it like so less scary, and it
when did
really
he say
showed
that?
in Help
Like
Wanted.
that
too.
they don't want it worse than Help Wanted.
Because that was too scary for people apparently, and I'm like, no, that was perfect. That's exactly what we wanted.
well,
And yes, it was VR,
I
but
think they're
like,
talking about people like me. That was too scary for me, so I get it.
But
like-
I get it.
you'd have to go watch it to like get the full context, but they like elaborate further on like where they're taking the series as far as horror. But
I would need to. If that is the case, that's massively disappointing because it's like
yeah, I agree with
hmm.
Toasted. It'll be scarier than Security Breach 1, but that's a low bar.
Right.
100%
You know,
less.
Security Breach had its moments, like the daycare, not the daycare, the endo area was pretty scary. I played it at night.
Will it be scary
It's
in
like
general?
more
Probably
unnerving.
not, but it'll be
Yeah.
scarier.
Well, do you guys think Ruin is scary, for example?
No.
no.
Really? Oh my god. Okay. Me too.
There's like
no,
one or
no,
two
no.
moments that like hurt
Okay.
your ears if you have like because they're kind of loud, but like none of it's like
Right,
scary.
it's
yet
be
to me.
surprising or
Eh.
unnerving, but not scary. Like suspense
Well,
built
okay.
to the point of fear. Right now, granted, you got to remember, like I'm like the games like V and I have played. Like I played like the original Dead Space multiple times. Like like Soma. Like God, I'm trying to think of them all. Like some of the older Dooms can be pretty like spooky at times.
But I guess
I don't
like
know.
to compare by like other FNAF games, I do think the first Five Nights at Freddy's is very creepy.
Yes.
Like that one genuinely can unnerve me.
FNAF 4 is still the scariest game in my opinion. I can't play that on my own in the dark. I never will. Never will.
the
Same with
gameplay
FNAF
loop
6.
is
Never
really
will.
good.
Never
And like Help
will.
Wanted in VR actually scared me. Like
Yes,
it was
me too.
It was
Hope
like a
Wanted-
perfect
yeah.
balance in my
Hope
opinion.
Wanted 2 not as much because it was a bit brighter, like Pizzaplex setting.
It
But
was
yeah,
brighter
FNAF
and the
Wanted
jump
1.
scares like weren't
messed
as in
me
your
up.
face.
Yeah,
Help Wanted
FNAF
1 is just like so much more like actual jump scare
Yeah.
like
That
panic
one
moment.
messed me up. I could not finish FNAF 1 level. That one messed me up. It was rough. Like seeing them, it felt real. Obviously, it felt like they were on my sides and to get me. So yeah, I cannot play it. But maybe I'm in the minority here. But I thought Ruin was scary. Maybe I'm just bad with horror, which is true. I get
It
scared
has a
very
really
easily, but,
cool
you know.
environment for like a creepier
Yeah.
like horror aspect, but I feel like it just like I don't know, Cassie never really seems that scary. Like she was like, and then that's it kind of.
Right.
Right,
Like,
Cassie is fine, so that should mean I'm fine, but not really at
I
times. if
get
I'm
it,
being
right?
honest.
Like you don't want it like too awful for a kid.
Yeah,
right?
like,
So it's
there's like a balance, and I feel like Ruin was getting much closer to that OG vibe, but like Security Breach just didn't have that at all. It was like hilarious to me.
Well, yeah, like that's why like people were like, "Oh, like Security Breach is basically like a walking simulator," and it like
And I love Security Breach.
I
Don't
love
get
it
me wrong.
too.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it. I
like
just don't. I'm not scared by it. Is all. Like
it's a good game, but it's like it's a walking simulator that like has like lore in it, kinda, right? Like that's
yeah.
my biggest criticism of Security Breach. Now, what we see is good, and the game itself is good, but it's like not quite like
And I
even
really. Oh, sorry.
horror like FNAF was able to do before, right? And it's like I don't know why, like they're so afraid to do that. Like the Scott era games are just so much scarier and unnerving to
Yeah,
me. Not
they're very
like
just like
especially like
such an unsettling vibe in some of them.
yeah, like FNAF 4 to me is like really getting about peak as far as like a horror loop in a game like this goes. Like just like like having to like listen so carefully, like use your different and like move and like the suspense goes up and up and up with each night. It's like that was getting there. And just like how like horrifying these things looked, right? Like it was and like you couldn't trust your senses, like looking at the Foxy like coming out of the closet and then you look closer, oh no, it's a plushie, and so it's like, oh, I can't trust my senses, right? Like I don't know. It's just FNAF 4 worked for me in a way that none of the Steel Wool era games have. Like Ruin, like you said, came close. A little bit of the first Help Wanted, but that's about it. Like none of their games have really been scary. I wish they would not be so afraid to crank it up. And again, with this new Vanny, if that is Vanny design, like it seems they're going that way again. If like the very first bit of concept art is like Vanny or a Vanny analogous character with a knife again, when they were like almost immediately cut that the last time, that tells me, oh, they're not going to be as like, you know, pulling their punches with this one, hopefully, and like we actually can get a little bit more like horror in this horror series, you know.
Okay. Okay. You know, that's fair. I get it. And yeah, I hope this one can bring up the horror, but kind of with, you know, what J-Top said. And just in general with other Steel Wool games, I don't think it'll be too scary, honestly. But a knife excites me in that sense, you know. That's scary to me in some sense. So it'll be scarier than Security Breach, but, you know.
I really think if I know it's like next to impossible with how like giant the game was and how bad it would run, but if Security Breach could have been in VR, it would have been like mind-blowingly different to like be the scale of like a boy than like seeing this enormous pizzaplex with all these places to go and stuff. It'd be, in my opinion, a little spookier. Like just you'd feel like so much more overwhelmed and such.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I remember I ran, like, I think we talked about, like, the VR mod. Yeah, pretty scary. Definitely scarier than what it is now in that sense. So, yeah, it's possible. And I don't think they're going to do VR 2, I'll be honest, with Security Breach 2.
No, I don't think
I
so.
hope not in that sense. No offense to Secret Mimic VR,
I
but it
wish
has
they
a lot.
would, but like, there's
Yeah, no, I know
no
what you
way.
mean. Just has, yeah, lots of, you know, has a lot to be fixed there in those ones.
I just have to upgrade my PC so I can mod it because it'd be so cool.
It would be really cool. It would be really cool. Most of the sorry, I was earlier in the chat. It's really funny. Someone said, "Why is Jack the guy man Edwin?" He just is. Jack the guy man, you're the goat. Yep, he does that. I want a Security Breach prequel after a proper sequel. That is fair. Yeah, I'm telling you, do the TV series. I think is the best thing to do. Man, a TV series would be so cool, especially the way it's animated. But you know, do you think Chica of the Sea could be a possibility in the new Pizzaplex if they make a new one? Chica of the Sea, is that the FNAF Tales Pizzaplex character? Like, is that her attraction or no? Am I thinking of something else?
I seem to remember something about that in the games. Was that in the Pizzaplex?
Was it? Was it the cardboard cutout or was it the cardboard cutout?
I feel like I remember seeing something like that with Chica as a cutout in the Pizzaplex, but I don't remember where.
Me too. But either way, yes, probably, especially if it's related to Chica's secret party somehow. Yes. Yeah. This is from the Digidog who tagged all three of us. We already have a prequel for Security Breach, a VIP and Escape the Pizzaplex. True. That's true. I actually liked both of them. You know, Escape the Pizzaplex, you know, had its, it was interesting because didn't do too much for the lore, but I thought it was still cool either way being back there. So you're right, we do have prequels, and that's why in my head it's the most likely we're doing a sequel. Hello, Mr. 3D Gaming, by the way. Sorry, I missed your chats. Welcome. Trying to look through, catch up the chat right now. I like your PFP, Digidog, W. Obviously, FNAF 4 is the limit for a lot of people. Yes. The bar is so low, it's in the Burn Trap basement. What? Said the Mad Hatrez. Well, not too much on Burn Trap, but fair. Ruin just spam sound effects, also fair. Secret of the Mimic had that part where that one guy stuffed in a locker in the books. It's based on its score central. Video games of tame, books intense, and movies are like that half and half. Yeah, video games. Yeah, I agree. For the most part, always gonna be very tame. And yeah, I think it was you're right. How it's described in tales or in the books, just in general, stuff like that. Yeah, very different. Very different. Hello again, Mr. 3D. Nice seeing you. Okay, whoa, walking simulator. That's a step too far. I agree. It was fun. Security Breach was really good. I love that game. I personally don't care about the horror as long as the story is good. You know, I'm in the same boat. Me too. I get FNAF is horror, but just give me Michael running around with the Freddy head, and it's a win for me. Honestly, I am dead scared as hell in Sister Location. That game is like, geez, hell no. I agree also. Honestly, the first 6 games, the first 6, 7, 8 games, 6, 7, yeah, scared me. Sorry, I'm never gonna stop doing 6, 7 jokes, unfortunately. Yeah, I think, yeah, I can't play most of those games. Right, they're gonna drop down like 2 people, which is me and Var. Unnamed also is gonna leave after that one. Let's see. I still remember Secret of the Mimic's trailers post and pre had eerie lighting that was toned down for the actual game. So I worry that marketing material will make Security Breach 2 look scarier than it is. Ooh, that's a fair point. And even then, I'll be honest, with the first Security Breach and like its trailers, it did look scarier than also what was the final product. I don't know if the lighting was necessarily tweaked, but yeah, a lot of it did look changed with the final product where I'm like, oh, that's not how I remember it. Hello, Angelo Games, welcome. Hello, I finally get to join the stream. How's it been? It's been good. A lot of great talks, a lot of excitement. Yes, just in time for Angelo to catch the 6-7 joke. Please don't leave, please. After that 6-7, I lost 10 people right now. I'll be honest. Always hurts the view count. Always hurts the view count. You know, went from 80 to 70. Come back, guys. I was joking. I promise, no more. I held back last stream and people stayed. So clearly, the pattern or the I got 4 people back. Thank you guys. Stay. No 6-7 jokes. I promise, guys. Promise. No more from here. Like, is there a way to find a balance where it isn't too scary or not scary enough? I think Ruin was close to that mark, but I hope this game will be closer to that, honestly. Steelwool can definitely do scary stuff. They proved that with Secret of the Mimic. I think Secret of the Mimic was scary. Do you guys think it was? No?
I enjoyed it.
Okay. I'm gonna take that.
It was
as not
unnerving
scary,
at points, but no, not really scary. Like, again, it's just, I don't know if it's just because me and V are like older, but it's like the threshold for like true horror in a game is pretty high, just because the bar's been set pretty high for us, I'm imagining, from like older titles where like, that really are terrifying. Like, I don't know, V, like, help me out, like, come up with some examples of like stuff we've played before where it's like it truly
I'm just kind of like, I'm going off of like based on the threshold of Five Nights at Freddy's in general. It's like I don't want to compare it to like an M-rated game because that's not as like relevant to how FNAF does their like creepy / horror, whatever you want to call it. So I'm like basing mine off of like my own
like even
experiences and how like some of the older games just felt so creepy. Like even when the puppets just like looking in the suits and some of those cutscenes, it's just like unnerving and creepy, and it just sounds eerie, and it's also like dreary and gloomy, and the sound effects are super creepy too. And
well, I guess like that's just what like I was wanting to say. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be juxtaposed with like an M-rated game or something, but like even like Goosebumps back in the day, something which like people have like compared like the books to before, and I even think Scott agreed, right? It's like I've been more like afraid of like some of those Goosebump episodes as a kid than like what we're seeing now, right? And again, you know, it's been a long time since I've seen them, but it's just like I don't know, it like feels too like soft, right? It's more like an unnerving walking simulator than like actual horror where the suspense is being cranked up. And again, like you can crank up suspense without like showing like a lot of like M-rated stuff, right? Like the lesson with horror that I've learned over the years is like less is more, but you
Yeah,
have to
very
do it
much.
right.
I think
You
Sleepy Moon is actually a great example. I saw a few people talking about
perfect.
Sleepy
Yeah, I
Moon. It's
agree.
like I didn't think it was creepy because I was so happy to see it. I like ran into its arms, but like generally that kind of thing, like there was no foreshadowing. It was just like
Nope.
all of a sudden it's like, what the heck is that? And it's like a completely optional area. You don't even have to go down there. It's just there. That's like a really, really well done, in my opinion, like thing. It's just like,
Well, and
holy
like
crap,
how
what is that?
like the true horror of like something that's like innocent on the surface in a different context. Like if this thing was like walking around in a crowd at like Disney World, right? Like people wouldn't necessarily be like immediately horrified of this thing, right? Like if doing the lullaby and go not like like if it's walking around the main square of like Main Street of Disney World or whatever, right? Like that's fine. But when you put it in a dark, damp basement and like have it doing that like routine over and over, like it just surrounded by darkness as you're having to maneuver
Yeah.
around this thing, like that is terrifying. Yes, like that's what I'm talking about, and it's a perfect example of what I mean of like how FNAF can crank the horror back up without having to go too far in the like M rated category or whatever, right? Like
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
you can do that. They did
Yeah.
it.
I almost wonder if like a little bit of the problem is there's so much noise in the newer games. Like it's not just that everything's brighter, it's like Scott's games were like visually somewhat dark, but like a lot of times it was just like it's like you and your thoughts until an animatronic decides to speak
Yeah,
up
and just
suddenly.
ambient noise,
Like it
and it was
just
just
I
nothing.
don't know, it's like Mr. and Mrs. Helpful are everywhere. There's constant like mimic going and making all these different noises and stuff, and it's like I don't know, it's like
Gregory,
much
do a barrel roll.
noisier to me. But maybe
Right.
that's just like I don't know, for whatever reason, like I know FNAF 2 is fairly noisy too, but it's just like there's like quiet too. There's like moments where you just hear like the hum of something, or like it's
Or a
you're
fan in the
waiting for the next
background,
threat
or
to happen, and it's
Yeah,
yeah,
I
and
think
just
it's
a
more
just a
duet.
different
random.
vibe, I guess.
Yeah,
And
like
I
the other ones
love
are.
the new game, so don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I'm not like saying they're awful. I love them. Like Secret of the Mimic is one of my favorite games ever. But yeah,
Nice. No, yeah, I was gonna say I think the sound effects, like in Hope 1 and 2, for example, are just too constant. Like you said, like Mystic Hippo, are just, like they're constantly there, right? Oh, member for 8 months, Mio, welcome and thank you. Here's more great content. Yes, 100% appreciate you being a member for 8 months. That's crazy. Thank you so much. And I might have to make a new badge for you, which I think is
that'd be
awesome. That's
awesome.
crazy. Yeah, thank you so much.
Nice.
Jeez, it's awesome. Thank you. Welcome again. But yeah, I think in Hope 1 and 2, the sound
I
effects just all the time are on, right? Versus in other games, like they're random. Like it's quiet, and then you just hear like an animatronic twitch. That would work better than them constantly moving, or the also TVs like also constantly playing, right? It should be random. That's what kind of makes it scarier in some sense, right? So that's where I do think Hope 1 and 2 in specific lacks. Even with the mask off, you also hear things like all the time, like you said, Var. It should just be random. And then you're like, what was that? And you have to look to it, right? And you don't hear anything else.
like it's like we're getting much different like story beats too. So like it works fine, but it's like it is lacking like in the scare factor because it's like if I make such and such a noise, I know that the mimic's gonna start chasing me, or like if I'm in the
Yeah.
line of sight, like the scare before it happens. I guess is more of what it is.
Yeah, they're less unexpected.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
when, like, so when it happens, you hear, like, a sound effect that'll make some loud sound, and then you know the chase sequence is going to start. Even if you don't see the animatronic, you know
Yeah,
that
like
you
every
start...
time the mimic like sees you, it's like
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm like, where is he? I'm like, I don't even know where he is, and I just start running for my life, because I don't know where I'm going. So that's exactly how
Yeah,
it
like
happens,
if we
and
could get like
that could be
less
worked
of an
on.
like directly like blatant like this is an audio cue like thing like
yeah,
that, and like more like
like it's
I don't
slightly
know, getting
immersion breaking.
yeah, like one at least more like of the world. Like if the mimic itself, like you're going through the house and it's like it makes like a like there you are, like just like something like that more where it's like the thing itself saying it, not like a like dramatic
Wait, what if
music.
it's canon that the mimic's making that sound every
If the
time?
mimic's making the dramatic
well.
like sound effect every time it
It
finds
could
you, like
happen.
brum, like
I'm
when
so
it
sorry.
sees you.
I'd be open
What?
to that being canon. Why not?
Yeah,
It's
why
just
not?
yeah, Edwin just programmed that into it.
You know, like
It's
all the
saw it
different
one.
theater stuff, it'd be so funny if it was.
Yeah, it saw it in a movie,
I'm
and it's
sorry,
just
that
done
was
its
like so
sense.
off of
No, I
topic.
think that's so funny. It's C. Clover says Big Pizzaplex
Audio
eerily quiet.
stinger.
Oof, I'd be scared. Me
That's
too.
what they're called, audio
The
stingers. Yeah,
audio,
yeah, yeah.
yes. But the Pizzaplex, yes.
Yes.
I agree. Is a silent area can work really well. Like Pizzaplex, just this big area and you're completely alone works really well as a horror idea. But yeah, just too many noises. So if it was eerily quiet, this next Pizzaplex, I'm in.
Yeah, like
Do
I
you,
love when Gregory's like first locked into the Pizzaplex and you can just hear like the
Yes.
ambiance and stuff. It sounds so cool and there's like
yeah.
so little noise. But
Yeah,
then
if there would
once
be
Clamrock
more,
Chica starts thunking around, it's like, oh, okay. here
Right,
we
yeah,
go.
if they
exactly. And
could
then
like
from there, it just
crank up like the
doesn't
audio
quiet
echoing
down.
with like how much concrete there is in the building and like all this gloss stuff and like linoleum floors and what, like you would think sound would bounce around in these giant rooms a lot more, right? Like to hear
That's
like
interesting, yeah.
Gregory's footsteps like echoing around like as he's running, and it's like, oh god, like is someone gonna hear me? Like, like little like things like that, just little touches like add up to the suspense, right? And like
Yeah.
suspense is like the parent of horror, right? I don't know.
That's a great point. I think you're right. The echo could work really well, like you said, where if you do make too much noise, just even running or walking, then someone's alerted. Like that on its own is really cool. So I like that, and I think that's great. Yeah. So there's a lot of ways to do it, and they can do it right. Mimic making. Oh, never mind. That was the one you read. It's funny. I was one. Oh, here we go. Digidog, another big question for us. Security. Oh wait. Next big question: will Security Breach 2 connect back to the OG Security Breach was ruined, or will it be its own thing? Great question, Digidog. Yes. Banger as always. Okay, yes. That's the first thing to address. Vanny, right? We'll talk. At the same time with Vanny.
Oh, that's right. We kind of got sidetracked.
No, you're gonna know, and I think that I love talking about it as
do.
well. And yeah, as we will. Fall Fest, we still have to talk about in depth, which we will soon probably. Okay, so we all kind of agree that this is a sequel, and now the specifics are, I guess, the time jump with this new security breach, the location is taking place, and then Vanny. Whoever wants to go and answer those kind of questions. Whoever wants to go.
Maybe one at a time. Like Vanny seems to be the big one everyone's like pining for.
Well, I think Vanny and time jump go hand in hand, because for me, if Vanny is Cassie, then obviously we have at least like a 5 to 10 year time jump, which is crazy, because that definitely allows for a full scale Pizzaplex to be grown, nope, not a tree, to be made. Built, yeah. Thank you. But that means we're not continuing straight off Ruin, which makes me sad, because that I think should have been, or not should have been, because I love what they're going to do either way, but I think that would have really worked in terms of following the story. So if Vanny is Cassie, then I think we're going to have years of time jump. And the location is going to be the new Pizzaplex, the water park. If Vanny is Vanessa or someone we already know and there isn't too much of a time jump, I think it'll be only a few months to a year where the game takes place in an in-progress Pizzaplex that is going to become a water park. So will it be connected to Security Breach? Yes. Just depends on the time jump that we just can't know yet. What do you guys think?
I would agree. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much effectively like, and I would agree more so with the latter speculation you had that like this is. I don't think it is Vanny, and so like since it's another character, I do think it can happen like you said, like 6 months to a year after Ruin, and we're just picking up the story where we left it off, basically. Like, and you can do it in a way to where like. It's some indirect storytelling, or like maybe it starts with her and then we time jump. Like, I don't know. There's all sorts of ways they could do that, right? But I don't think it's going to be another 10-year jump, right? Like putting us in the 2040s, probably. Like that's getting a little bananas, right?
Yeah, because we're already in a time jump in that sense. So I agree. Yeah, I hope. Yeah, it'd be cool if Cassie is being Vanny. But that would be huge time jump that I don't think we should have yet. That's like a time jump for the new arc, not for, I guess, another game. Because that'd be one of the biggest time jumps since, like, FNAF 3 to the next game, right? Or since the game before FNAF 3 took place. Because every other time jump is pretty close. FNAF 1 probably, or Sister Location.
Or, well, yes, Sister Location, my bad.
It depends. No, it just depends, yeah. Right, because FNAF Help Wanted to AR close, AR to Security Breach very close, Security Breach to Help Wanted 2 right very close as well, and then Security Breach 2, Help Wanted 2 to Ruin also really close. So this would almost be random. Right, I could see at most, 5 years, but even then I'd be like, oh, dang, we're not going to follow straight after Ruin. So not Cassie or Vanessa. I think this is a brand. Okay. Well, who's the character? We think this is Vanny, or the new Vanny. Cult of Afton, I think, is still a really cool idea. They could do that.
They very well might be going that direction, and I would really love that idea.
Right, me too. And honestly, it just depends on. I think we can probably agree, most of us, that this is going to be Scott's redemption at Vanny, because we all know he said he sees her as, like, underused. So this is his chance at redemption, right? Especially with Security Breach 2, like, the overall just redeeming that game, and not that it was bad, but there were some issues. Hello again, Tamara. With the communication process, and then happening during COVID, there were a lot of issues in that sense as well. Thank you for the hearts. So for me, redemption, yes, a lot of redemption, I think, with this one. I do. That's why I want it to be Vanny, right? I just don't think it'll be Vanessa. I do think it'll be Cassie, but that's a huge time jump. That's my only issue with it. I just didn't think there was gonna be a time jump like that. Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah. Who do you guys think Vanny is? We'll start with there now. Var, you should go first, or unless I named wanted to go. Sorry, any other?
No, you can go first.
I just want to hear his answer.
I'm just reading chat real quick.
Oh no, you're good.
If a jump at all would be interesting if the jumper was mid-game or something. That'd be weird, like a timed jump.
A time jump?
Mid-game.
Mid-game time jump.
I mean,
I'd be down with the time jump. A time jumper.
It'd be
like they kind of do things like that, like with FNAF 3. It's like we get phone calls from like way before, so it's like not. They could do something like that where it's like we find info about a different time period of someone or something. I don't know.
I mean, what I was thinking, or like maybe Vanny Mask still being a possibility where you wear it, brings you to the past, you take it off, you're like in the present Pizzaplex. Could, you take it off and then we get flashbacks of Cassie in the scene, or you put it on, right? And then you take it off.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They could do that easily, right? Yeah, with the pizza,
Yeah, something like that, maybe.
Yeah. To me, Vanny looked like a crescent moon in the face. New Vanny is like Flip Bow and Dark Side. Yeah, this is like the Dark Vanny, Dark Side Vanny, which is funny because Vanny's already evil.
Vanny.
Flip Side Vanny. There you go. I love that. There you go. This could be, or a digital Vanny as well. I know. I don't know why I almost called unnamed security guard Mexis, unnamed security guard, and Var. We're talking about Mexis and the entity. Had some cool conversations, I bet. So that could also, we obviously know Mexis is digital, so could this be a digital Vanny? I'd be okay with that. I do just think it is a cool mask that I'd want to see like in person and in game.
The glitches are interesting to me. Like the way the picture looks is very much like how Mexis had like the two different colors for his teaser.
Yeah.
His whatever it is, I don't know. And so I'm not convinced it's like a fully fleshed character.
And so how does that make sense? Like, is this just a digital realm creature? And if it is, like, how is that like, who's behind that? I mean, there's only one obvious answer on who that could be, right? And is like, but in that case, like, why the avatar switch, right? Like, that would just raise more questions to me.
Again, I'm just thinking of, I know I said this to you one day, but the FNAF 6 Afton, like, Springtrap looks so much different than the FNAF 3 one.
Yeah, again, he outright points that out, like, you may not recognize me at first, but I assure you, it's still me. Like, he himself is, like, talking about that, right?
Yeah, so we'll just get that with Vanessa. It'll just be like, it's still me, or something.
Yeah, that would have to be said.
That'd be insane if she said that, because remember her dad.
Yeah, if she does that same line, I'm fine with it. Like,
wait a minute.
Recognize me, but I should, like, it's still, like, that would be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Wait, you know what? You guys are convincing me now that it's Vanessa. That would be cool. Yeah, you may not recognize me at first. I can't do her voice, unfortunately, but you get the point.
That was one a little harder to pull off.
It's very hard. That would be really cool. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Wait. So that then branch of that. So glitchtrap is still around then, or is this a branch of the glitchtrap virus? Is this someone mimicking glitchtrap, or someone mimicking Vanny? Boom. I think this is I still think this is Cassie with a branch of the glitchtrap virus mimicking Vanny, if that makes sense. That's why we're almost like, I guess, the back rooms where like you draw the same thing over and over, or however they describe it, like there's some inconsistencies or some things are different, like kind of like that, right? Or like you ask AI, right? I've seen people do that where they ask AI, recreate this image, like over 100 times. It's different every time, right? It becomes less and less like that image. So if this is the mimicking Vanny that was already mimicking William Afton, then it becomes a less version of William and becomes its own kind of character. So then we're seeing a new Vanny that is actually Cassie, who is controlled by the mimic virus, trying to mimic Vanny. If that makes sense.
Yeah, new mimic program like from Cassie that's mimicking Vanny, and the original's still mimicking Afton.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Fascinating.
That's how I think that could be really cool. So then Security Breach 2 as a whole is mimicking Security Breach. Then I'd be fine with the new character. We're playing as Jack. Shout out Jack. We're playing as Jack in this game, right? Who is like the new Gregory. But this time, it's like mimicking Security Breach 2. But this time things go horribly wrong, right? Or things are becoming different, where it becomes a whole new story. It becomes something different. Boom. Oh, here, Toasted. He said this. Hey, she's wearing my mask. Ruin already did something similar with Vanny/Cassie's head/mask.
Yeah.
Ooh. There you go.
I guess one thing I just have been pondering is like in Security Breach, Vanessa's literally talking to us over the camera, and less than a second later, full costume Vanny's talking to us. So like, for me, there's always been something digital going on there. Like it's not just Vanessa in a sense. Like it's like she's using the identity, but it's not just her. Like she can't get the mask on in half of a second. That's just not possible. Like there's something more going on there that's not fully human.
I never thought of that. That could be the case with what we know now, with all these like mimic shenanigans going on. Like
Mimicking shenanigans.
Well, yeah, like it could. Yeah, especially if it was like guiding her, like as a part of or tied to glitchtrap, maybe, or just glitchtrap himself, and that was glitchtrap taking the form of Vanny in that video feed. It could be, at least.
Yeah, there's like something more to it they haven't fully fleshed out.
I would agree.
Or they have, and I just haven't put the pieces together right.
But also, yeah, Bronze asked us, who do we think Vanny is?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's another great question. Yikes.
For this new rabbit character.
New rabbit lady, yeah.
Who do we think it is?
You want my crazy take?
I want the
crazy
take.
That's why I want you to say it first, so then I can say I didn't say it first.
My wild take is Mrs. Afton.
Yes.
I know people are saying she's really old by then and stuff, and I'm like, I don't care because we don't know what happened to her. William could have like done some kind of weird experiment.
Do we know how Remnant works?
No, not fully.
As I pointed out to V yesterday, Michael was kept alive for 30 years as a half-scooped husk from one injection of this stuff. What would happen if, like, a fully, like, alive and unscooped human, like, regularly injected themselves with this stuff over and over and over and over and over again? Like, could it reverse aging, even? I don't know, maybe.
Sorry. Blue Star, hello, welcome back. We're talking about who's Vanny. So honestly, I'll make a poll for some options, but sorry, keep going, because I want to see what other people are thinking about. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, so we both think on that one. Anyone else, V?
I'm really starting to like the Vanessa idea with the chat that's been going on this evening, so I'm not opposed to that at all either.
Not opposed to Vanny either.
Also, just... I'm not fully convinced it's like a new human character necessarily, but we'll see. But it'd be super cool if Mrs. Afton like rises from the ashes of her husband as like the new big bad, and she's like been there, but like part of what he learned during all that time was like, I don't know whether he killed her or brings her back to life or like how it would work, but somehow it's like she comes back. So he comes back through her, essentially. It'd be so cool to me. I know it's just for our headcanon, but I don't care.
I mean, as like technically not a new character, but I do think Tape Girl is also a possibility. A lot of people have been speculating that, and I'm up to all three. It could be Miss Afton, it could be Vanessa, and it could be Tape Girl. Now it could and again, believe it or not, I really wouldn't hate a new character. Like no one we've seen before. I wouldn't I know you guys are saying oh, we get a new character every game and they're never mentioned again. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's interesting. Why not?
If it's done well, yeah. If the character is really interesting and and they're fleshed out well, then yeah, totally.
But at the moment, I'm leaning because again, Mrs. Afton has been teased and set up for a while now. I'm leaning Miss Afton at the moment, and there's a lot remnant harvesting shenanigans were afoot at the Pizzaplex, long before Gregory ever set foot in there. That was the whole plan and purpose of the Pizzaplex to begin with. Someone was trying to do things in the real world to get glitchtrap there in the first place. There is someone that's been, and this was before Vanessa was possessed, right? Because they're trying to get glitchtrap out. So this can't be her. Someone is doing all of this for a reason, right? And we've just not seen them yet. As well with that staff bot, tease in security breach, right? I think they've been setting up the Miss Afton villain reveal for a while now. And yes, this would be another game theory called it years before moment.
I can also argue that at the very least, Mrs. Afton has been teased since Help Wanted. I can make a whole theory on that. I might actually soon. I know people would hate it, but I don't care.
I remember the funny one I think you suggested last night. It was could it be M2 maybe?
Wait, what?
The M2 Endo, the actual M2
the new banning, could it be M2? I was oh, that's funny. I mean, I guess
the M1 program I could see, but literal M2 would be hysterical to me.
That would be funny.
I mean, they did custom make high heels for Dolly that she doesn't have, so
yeah, maybe. Yeah, so who knows? It's all kind of up in the air at the moment. It could literally be anybody.
I'm just excited so much that we get this new awesome looking character.
You know what? If they explained it well enough, I really wouldn't even be mad if it turned out to be Michael or something. I really if it's done well, I don't care.
Scott's been
I agree. This is the best opportunity to give us either an old or new character and make all of them, all of us, love them / hate them, appreciate this new character, right? It would be really cool. And I love the fact that the bow is red. Ashley was just bringing up. I love that. I just love the new design. The mask in general is also so cool. We'll pull it up here. Why not? I'm just realized I haven't pulled it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just looks so cool.
It looks really cool. Let's pull it up real quick.
Ooh.
Steel Wool Studios.
Zeta, is Miss Afton Patricia Trish from Secret of the Mimic? I'd say you're cooking.
We also have to consider that Princess Quest ending might not be canon, just because Vanny destroys that glitch trap doesn't mean she's good. It means self-serving. Because what happens to us? We get stuck there, it just waves bye, see ya, thanks.
Yep, deuces.
It's not it's a good ending for us. It's only a good ending for Vanny.
It's just it always felt so much better. At this second in time, with Help Wanted 2, I'm getting the sense of it's similar to my thoughts in FNAF 3 that 2 of the endings are canon.
Yeah, that's
to where it's both the bad ending where you give Cassie the mask.
Is canon. Sorry, I was just gonna say that. Yes.
Yeah, and the what is it? Or I guess that might be the normal ending and the bad ending as well, where you get grabbed by the there's only 2 endings, right? Yeah, so it is just the bad ending is canon because there's only 2 for Help Wanted 2. I got confused for a second. Yeah. Because both of those things happen. You get grabbed by the staff bots, glitchtrap like tricks you. You made the transformer thing, and then you're in the staff bot giving Cassie the mask after they grab you. Right? Am I remembering that right?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, that ending is canon to me.
Cool.
Fair enough.
Okay.
It is to me too. I don't have a problem.
Okay, good. I was like,
the other one is too for me. So.
Ooh. Real quick, the poll has 40 votes right now. If you haven't, go ahead and vote. But we have a tie actually between Cassie and Vanessa for the new Vanny. Never mind, as someone outvoted. Cassie is now winning with 38% of the votes. Vanessa has 33. Tape Girl has 12, and Miss Afton or new character has 16%. That is pretty good. Okay, interesting. Cassie, I agree. I think it's gonna be Cassie. Here's another good question.
So Secret of the Mimic coded to me.
Oh,
like,
yeah, yes, the mask is up on the screen. Everyone, this is sick.
Reminds me of Jackie for whatever reason.
And I'm sure.
Or someone said the sun like big cutout thing they have too.
Yes, exactly. Well, the mask is cool, and this is. Oops.
But it does also look like Mexus a little bit. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, and I was just wanting to say, like, the thing I pointed to V over and over again, and I haven't gotten a chance to say to Bronze, like, you look at this character, like, fully zoomed out, it is about as visually opposite of Vanny as you can get, like, other than being, like, a female rabbit costume thing, right? Like, look at Vanny. She has a blue bow on her front. This new one has a totally different mask and has a red bow on her back. How can you get more visually opposite than that? Like, if they're wanting to imply this is the same character, that's a really bad way to do that. With giving like a one visual characteristic that is directly opposite of the one we got before, you know.
But then it is like a guess this character thing, so it's like, is it the same character? Maybe it is.
That just be such a
also with the spot the differences, right? Like that also made me think of this. Like spot the differences. What's different between this Vanny and this Vanny, right? Like all of this is definitely leading towards something. And to me, I'm telling you, I just
they're
think back
connected,
to
but they're
the
not
mimic thing. You know, like when you think back,
that's fair.
You draw the same place over and over, it's gonna look different. And this is what we're getting. Like, can you see the difference, right? Or even with like the Pizzaplex, like can you spot the difference? Like in the new location, it's like they're trying to do the Pizzaplex over again, but then we get some different result of it, right? We get where it's slightly different. It's a water park now. You know, some things are different now. Like that's what I think this game will be about. And they could do a big reveal where maybe it's all just in the Vanny mask, right? And you take off the mask and it's something else, right? Like there's so much they could do with the Vanny mask still that should still be around, I think.
It'll be so funny if this is another Jackie situation and they're barely in the game.
No, don't even speak that in existence. No.
Wait, what was
Jackie? This would be funny if it was another Jackie. And Vanny.
They'll barely be in the game. They'll be like in 3 minutes of the game, and that's
no.
Right? I was like, don't even say that. Don't even bring that. No.
I was so stoked to learn more about Jackie, man.
I do think we're gonna get more about Jackie. I really do.
Like, oh, you had to be at Fall or connected to Fall Fest, like somehow, like you're like Balloon Boy. You're so like carnival coded. Like, come on, no.
There's gonna be more Jackie trust.
Oh, it better.
In this game, Jackie's gonna show up. I think is what's gonna happen. Yep.
Has to.
But yeah, it's like the perfect design because it's like, is this like leaning Secret of the Mimic style characters, or is this leaning Mexus style character, or are they both Secret of the Mimic style characters? I don't even know. Like, it's like the perfect character to discuss because there's so much going on just in one image.
The visual differences and the outright bow thing just have me feel like this is more like Evil Twin, because it's like clearly still connected to Vanny. It is like the same like type of like situation or person or whatever that Vanny is. Like this does seem to be the same. I do agree with that, but it's not the same person. Like that, it just is too visually different to me. But again, you know, that's just like, unless it's like Vanny got like one hell of a makeover, I guess, like this go around for whatever reason. Like, I don't know, but like that's why it doesn't really feel like the same person.
I mean, she is wearing like an employee outfit in Security Breach, so I can kind of see it working. Like a really like.
Well, yeah, when she was a security guard, but like when she's like in Vanny mode, right? Like she had just like the regular suit on, right? And like it again, the blue bow on the front, the red bow on the back, and like the old one, like this one smiles totally different too, right? Like again, it's similar but not the same.
I do want to answer this question, though, from the Digidog to all of us. Next big question. Will Scott be more willing to inform Steelwool the story for this game as a second chance to redeem both him and Steelwool after Security Breach?
Yes.
To me, absolutely yes. There's no way. I think we've already
If
seen
he
it with
doesn't trust
Ruin
them
and
by
every other
now.
game. Yeah. We've seen it with every other game where for sure he was telling them everything. He was
Yeah.
thinking with Secret Mimic, Ruin, and Help Wanted 2. So this is the best of both worlds, where now we're communicating, and I think Security Breach as a formula of a game just works really well. Vanny, new or old character, awesome. Glitchtrap, awesome. Cassie, Gregory, Freddy Head, so much can happen with this game, and now that they're communicating, it's gonna be peak. That's what I'm hoping for a December release. During Christmas time, yes, cinema. 2 months from now, no, 3 months, 4 months, whatever. Not this year, but next year. So yeah, great question though, and yeah, absolutely. I think we can all agree with that. There's no way. Look like Jackie, says Mio. Ooh. That's fair. I think we'll...
Vania's smiling too, and Vania's
Yeah.
not smiling like this one does. Yeah, like the mask totally different. Like again, the bow ties are the most obvious visual thing to me. Like again, like whoever this is similar. Like of this, like the same. Like I don't know what you would saw. Like if you were like doing like a party loadout, this would be the same like class, like a fighter class. Like that. I don't know. It's like similar. It's the same class as like whatever Vanny is, just a different one. To me, is what it's reading as. Yeah, like an evil sister or twin or something, right? That's what it's reading as.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, why do the thing with the bow? Why not just make it the blue bow on the neck, right? Why go out of your way to change that?
Exactly. Sorry, I was gonna say I agree because the red bow. For a second, I remember asking you guys. I was like, "Oh, what is that thing behind her?" Right? Because it took me a while to get it, and then understanding that it's the red bow on the opposite place on her body, and then the different color. Like, yeah,
Yep.
it's let's see, or just Digidog, like the dark reflection of Vanny. Exactly. But what does that mean, like in the context of Security Breach? Because if this was gonna be Vanessa again, then why would they give her new design? That's the exact opposite, right? That
I
to
would
me, like
agree.
maybe it could be Cassie, you know, not saying that she's the opposite of Vanessa necessarily, but now we're, you know, I think there could be a lot with this character where, you know, after being betrayed by Gregory, which by the way, Gregory totally cut the elevator. That was Gregory, 100% him. Like after something like that, she definitely does have a motive, I think, now to be a villain after being kind of forgotten, teaming up with the Mimic even. And then also just in general, the Mimic should be in this game somewhere as well, right? So where does the Mimic fall into all this? Not the the virus, but the actual M2 Endo. Where do they fall into this? Are they going to be inside a new animatronic? Like imagine the animatronic we think as our friend is actually the Mimic. And like same thing going back to what I said earlier, like where it's a retelling of Security Breach, but things just go horribly wrong. Like, oh, we have a pal that we think is like Glamrock Freddy, but turns out it's the M2 Endo and tries to get us, you know? Like there's so much that can be done with that. And I do want the M2 Endo to have some big role alongside this new Vanny. I still want the M2, you know, to have a really big role in this game. The character design being an opposite to the original is something I never thought about. Definitely going to think more about later. Yeah, very interesting. But again, I just wonder, like, why in the context? It's weird.
Yeah, it's not an accident. They
Yeah,
went out of their way to give her a bow that's opposite in two ways, different color, different side of the body, right? Like,
yes,
that's not an
and
accident.
Mr. 3D brings up a good point. I think the fact that we're seeing two versions of the same character is already pointing to something with double vision from Help Wanted 2, and it's been something with every teaser for this new game. I agree. Spot the difference. Who's this new character? Like, yes, 100%. I agree. Or even the word scramble, right? Where you're trying to make words from something old. There's something new from, or not something new from something old, but something, you're trying to make something out of something else, if that makes sense, right? All of this is definitely pointing to two variations of something. Maybe Safe Vanny was an illusion. Ooh. It's Map Pack. Glitchtrap got him and pulled him into this game. Maybe.
Hey,
I think so, right? That'd be hilarious.
Check out this mask I found.
Hello, everyone. Oh.
They actually Scott gets him to voice.
At this point, like, I don't see why not, right? Like at this point, he's not with the franchise anymore. Like I say, go for it.
Yeah, I think he could go back for a character voice. That would be fun.
I think so too. That'd be really fun. Yeah, I'd love that. Absolutely, please, Scott, if you're hearing this, make that happen somehow.
Get a hold of Map Pack.
Get a hold of Map Pack right now. That'd be really cool. What if Vanny is a worker? What if this Vanny is a worker from the FNAF AR emos? Yes, absolutely. There's a great question that I totally missed. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the user. Oh, it wasn't that high up, was it? Oh, here we go. From Chris Hassler R4F. Bronze Films, from your perspective, what will come after the FNAF Mimic era? Great question. I can't necessarily answer specifically, but I do think FNAF AR in that world has some really cool possibilities. You can even do a new Mimic era from. Because how I think about it, right, is Edwin and his uprising, even like with M2 and everything, a large part of what happened to him and his tragedy was from Fazbear Entertainment and from William. So who else would be greatly affected by Fazbear, by, what was happening, or from the AR delivery service, is anyone who subscribed to it, right? I think anyone, who dealt with the animatronics, who lost someone to the animatronics, I think that could be a story. I think, I do think you could do a whole era on AR and that lore. But I do like the idea that someone just brought up right now. Why did I lose that chat? But saying, what if this is a worker from FNAF AR? Like, yes, absolutely. I think that game is canon, not just parts of it. I think that game in general will 100% canon, and that'd be really cool if they can connect back to it somehow. G James Legend, thank you, the legend. Yes, great answer, and I love FNAF AR. I want to squeeze it in wherever I can, including a new Mimic era, or a new era in general, the new arc. So yeah, I just wanted to say real quick. This Fanny is. I'm thinking this new mask isn't a new, and it's actually meant to be MCM's mask that was meant to go with the double vision. Since the newer mask in Help 1 and 2 is definitely not meant for an old pizzeria. Ooh, interesting. I mean, kind of with what Var was saying, yeah, this definitely does give MCM, and I saw that as well, right? Like, this does. I don't know. It doesn't look like the van. Obviously, it's different from the Vanny we know, but just. It looks like the OG Vanny, honestly, right? Where it looked like it was more like a mask rather than the entire suit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the mask seems different than the suit.
Yeah.
With this new one.
Exactly. And is also one of those things like, is this going to connect to Fall Fest? Gotta bring it up, because we do find that mask at the end of the Dreadbird you'll see, kind of Fall Fest area. Could this be related to that? We still do need Fall Fest somewhere, right?
Ooh.
Could be.
On that, actually, you pointed something else interesting out about that mask we find in Help Wanted last night. Remember about how, to you, and I actually kind of hear it too, the voice of whoever's speaking to Glitchtrap is not Tape Girl or Vanessa. It doesn't sound like either of them. And I had to go back and look at it again, but it's like, it doesn't sound like either of them to me. Do you remember that in First Help 1, and she's like, yes, I will, like, I will, like, no, I like that scene, right?
Is Var, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay,
I didn't know you were asking me something. I thought you were saying something.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a different voice actress too, I think. So there's actual Vanessa on Security Breaches, Heather Masters, and the Tape Girl person is obviously a different voice. And then whoever that is speaking is
with the
someone.
glitch.
With holding up the mask at the end of Help Wanted.
Like, yeah, that is a third.
It's a different
character
voice.
Interesting.
When they're like, I won't let you down and all that.
Yeah.
Like, so I assume they just decided to go Heather Masters for Security Breach, but like, maybe not.
Right, they can always come back to it, and then kind of that be the reason, and get that old voice actress back, and then that's like the new Vanny, someone who was forgotten. That could be cool. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, the voice actor that got recast. Well, I'm telling you, just bring them back, and then that's the explanation for the new voice and the new character. Someone forgotten, Like how Circus Babies, I think Vanessa's voice actor stepped down from voice acting. Oh.
She did. Gonna miss her.
I did not know that, really.
Yeah,
to become a nurse, that's fair.
Baby, she did.
Important job.
Glamour Chica, she did Vanessa.
Dang. I did not know that, but an important job. I get it. That is fair. Interesting.
Sorry, I was gone for a second.
Oh, no, I'm curious, like if this is Vanessa, I'm curious if she still did the voice lines, or like how long this has been in the works. I feel like it had to be, like, so she would still be in this game.
Right? Yeah. This. That's a great point. How long they've been working on this, and did they get the voice actors? I'd hope so. I really
Yeah, I
do.
think so. I assume
Right?
so.
I would think they like if we go by what Scott said and what is it the
Doc Owner?
was it the FNAF interview where he said like where he's like teasing Secret of the Mimic about to come out and he doesn't even call it at the time. But even
Yeah,
then he's
because
like saying there's something beyond that being worked
yeah,
on
and that was
too.
2024, so she probably would have been in that game
There you go. Yeah, then that makes sense. Okay.
if it is Vanessa. Like we don't know.
Right, but
Right,
you know,
or they're
just
just
as well
not going the
bare
Vanessa
minimum.
route. But then, like that Vanessa, I would want to be
Yeah.
in this game in general. Even if this character isn't Vanessa, I would still hope that Vanessa is somewhere.
Well,
Right.
and that's why I think they could do it this way, where this is another character, and we're still doing stuff with Vanny because like this would be like again like a dark mirror to Vanessa of like seeing like, oh, what would have happened had she not like been able to fight it off? Like, what if she completely fell to the influence of glitchtrap? And like this character is like showing her and us, the audience, of like what that would have looked like had she not like purged glitchtrap from her mind or whatever. Maybe I don't know. That's how you could justify that, though, to where they're two different characters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great
who
point. Yeah,
knows?
there's a lot of ways to do it. I don't know, right? Oh, I just want the trailer already. When do we think a trailer will drop? That's another good question. When do you guys
Oh
think it'll drop?
gosh.
The first look, anything teaser? Hopefully by the end of the year, I want to say. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Right?
stick with my original. Yeah, by the end of the year, it'll be something.
That's what. Yeah, that. Oh, please
I
somehow make that
hope.
possible, right?
Yeah, maybe around like Christmas time or before. Uh, or definitely like sometime between like Thanksgiving and like New Year's, I could see like some sort of teaser. It doesn't even have to be a video. It could just be an image, and like we do get like a rough release date. Like, but it would be just like summer 2027 is what I'm imagining.
Okay.
Summer or fall 27, and then it would be like Security Breach 2, da 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 da, and then we get maybe like another teaser image, and that's about it.
Okay.
But hey, that would hold me over for quite a while.
Me too. Honestly, yeah, that'd be enough. Because I mean, we're already talking about this, and there's even more in that sense, right? That I think to theorize about. So I agree. I mean, just give us an image or anything by the end of the year, and I'll be satisfied. I think the release date will still be December. I think at earliest. But how do we feel about Secret of the Mimic's next update sneaking in a new Plus game teaser for Security Breach 2? I would love that. Literally, I wouldn't mind if they even copied the Help Wanted update, where at the end you see the Pizzaplex. They could do that. They could literally do that again and like coming
That would be
soon.
so
And then in the
good.
distance, you just see like a slide. Imagine you just see like all these slides. Yes, sign me. That'd be great. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm also hoping for. I'm also hoping they can go back to Secret of the Mimic. And maybe, I mean, this is another good question. Do you guys think there's still room for a Secret of the Mimic DLC? Or is that FNAF World 2? Is that ever going to happen again? Or in general?
I'll
Sorry,
be
not again.
overly pleasantly surprised if they do, but I'll be like shocked if they do.
Gotcha.
Sadly, I
I would
would
agree.
agree, but it's like
Yeah.
I would really want one. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's all of this is good enough to where it's like, oh, you throw more on my plate, I'll pound it down by all means. But it's like, God, like I worry like it would just be a DLC and they would do something like Fall Fest with it. And I really want Fall Fest to be its own game. I think there'd be enough content to do one.
Yeah.
That's just again me being spoiled though.
No, I agree. I think there is still, yeah, like you said, room for, yeah, Fall Fest would be the best bet in my opinion, to do a DLC. But just like squeezing it in and like the time, like obviously I want them to work as much as
Yes.
they can on this game, very much so, right? Because this game looks like it's gonna be huge. So at the same
Oh
time,
yeah,
just focus
especially
on this
like,
game.
and that's what I wonder. Like within Steel Wool, was there like a team working just on Secret of the Mimic, and was there another team working just on Security Breach 2? Because like that had to be
Oh,
like overlap development times, right? Because like there's no way Security Breach 2 has only been worked on for 2 years, right? And even that alone outright suggests there's at least a year's worth of overlap where both Secret of the Mimic and Security Breach 2 would be being worked on, right? Because that's
yeah.
still after the interview. So that's what I'm wondering, guy. Like, do you think that there's like 2 teams at Steel Wool, and like one of them was working on Secret of the Mimic, this other one was working on Security Breach 2? That's just what I wonder. Is Team 1 now working on something else already, as this is still being worked on, just like before?
Yeah. Really quick, hello,
I don't know.
Moogly Smoogly, welcome. Love the name. Yes, I think that's possible, and I think it's one of those things where maybe the early development was another team, like you said, and then after Secret of the Mimic was finalized and then released, then the 2 teams would join together to work on Security Breach heavily, bringing us to now, 2 years later, and then another year release date.
Yes.
Wait, only a year later, sorry. So yes, I agree, yeah, I do, that does make sense, and especially with the earlier things, we're getting maybe the voice acting done as well. Yeah, that could make a lot of sense. I like that as well. Yeah, definitely some overlap in development time. I agree, Toasted. Yes, 100%. I agree.
What say you, V?
I don't know. Like, I don't have any like evidence per se, so
I mean, neither do I.
like, that'd be cool. Like, I would love it.
Logical speculation on my part, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Either way, I'm eager for more. I do hope we get like a DLC, but I'm just not counting on it at all anymore. Like,
sadly,
same
yeah, I'm
here. I
kind
agree.
of
I don't think it's
starting to
happening
lean
anymore.
that way.
but it'll
But
be
I mean, hey,
amazing if they go like, "Hey, we've got it."
If
Right,
we
they just
get more
randomly
main
drop it.
lines
Holy.
out of it, by all means.
Even if it's something smaller, like the Help Wanted 2 update, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you know what, that seems definitely way more possible. Especially maybe as we get more information, kind of like Toasted brought up. Maybe this could be the way they do like a New Game Plus update or something like that, and then give us like a
Yeah.
small little ending like they did. Yeah, I could see that. I would not mind that at all. Yeah. Dang. Okay. I just don't want this game to release 2028. I know that might seem crazy, but you never know. You never know. I mean, I don't
Give
know.
me 5 laps
I don't
at
wanna
Freddy's
see-
and I will be happy
Right?
for
Yeah,
a good
give me
while.
that. Yeah. Just let that sit for a while, right? Of course, Woobly. Because I mean, yeah. Now, for sure though, I don't want to see anyone else complain. And not anyone here in chat. Not anyone here specifically, but in general, especially on Twitter and Reddit, I don't want to see any more complaining. All right. Not everyone. I'm not even thinking anywhere, but
They're
just in general.
officially cooking. You can't be mad.
You guys
now.
can't say it. We're doomed. No new update. No.
Something has happened.
Something great has happened. Yeah.
Multiple somethings.
Multiple somethings.
2 of
Literally.
them.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny because
Possibly
I remember
more.
it was bad at one point. How much, not to say they weren't valid in some sense, but definitely a lot going on. I feel bad. I wonder what Scott was reacting to that, knowing that he had these 2 games being announced, and just a lot of people also not even thinking we're gonna get anything announced on the next end, the 12th anniversary. Which, by the way, 12 years old now. It's over now. I can't believe that. Yeah, there's a lot of people who I know, or just not know personally, but who a lot of people were just were like, "Oh, we're not gonna get anything."
I mean, it was kind of me the morning of. Once I saw the first Steel Wool post,
Right,
they like
fair.
threw me for a loop. They did their classic. Here's our like regular tweet. Happy 12 years. Here's a picture, and that was it. So they baited me so perfectly.
that was funny. Yeah,
People were so ready to be mad. Like, no.
I was just bummed. I was like, oh.
They were dying laughing posting that.
right? Because there were so many replies to that
Biggest
tweet. So
grin
yeah,
on
I
their
just
face.
can just imagine them. They're like, "Oh, just wait a few hours. These guys are gonna be like, we're so back.
Yeah,
We won.
let them
It's all
sit on
dead."
it for a few hours.
let
Let them
sit.
cook
Right?
on it.
What if they wanted to do it like at the same time, but then after the reaction, they're like, "You know what? Let's teach these ungrateful fans the truth and what's actually going on."
I deserved it. I deserved
No,
all
not you,
of
Vaughn.
it.
Not you, Vaun. Just in
Yeah.
general. Just in general.
I lost faith after that post. I was like, oh. And then I saw the restaurant. I was like, oh. And then like once we got more info, I got super excited about the restaurant. But I was like, this can't be like the anniversary news.
Yeah, that's fair. Right? Yeah. I mean, we haven't even talked about the restaurant, but are we excited? FNAF trolls, yeah, fair. Are we excited for this real life restaurant?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. There's no other answer. Yes.
I don't know if I'll ever get to go, but I cannot express how badly I have been considering literally moving to go work there for the rest of my life until it shuts down.
I will pick you up. We can do a road trip.
A road trip.
A road trip would be fun, but I will literally shed tears having to leave there. I don't want to leave there.
Yeah, no, Mr.
Oh
Freddy, yeah,
my
we're excited
God.
about it, and no, yeah, I want to go as well, and I'm glad it's permanent. Like that gives me
Yeah,
so much faith. Where I'm
that
like, oh,
was
I can
game
plan
changer
out.
for
Yes,
me
like I
once
can
I
plan
realized
out
it
a
was
nice trip.
permanent.
Exactly.
If
Right.
this first one does
Then
well,
there's
we
no
all have
rush.
to convince Scott to like, hey, why not open multiple of these locations across the
Right.
map?
Maybe in
What I was
every
thinking
state,
is,
maybe
like,
50 locations would be great.
I was
Just
thinking
saying.
like another state opens FNAF 2 location.
Oh, that'd be
Another
sick.
one opens.
I call it sister location. Then I don't want to say my
That'd be
state, but
so cool.
bring sister location to where I am.
No, that's
and
what
I'd be
my
so
state
happy.
needs. No, me.
What? All right, give me the pizzaplex. Give me the pizzaplex. Then I'd be grateful.
Dang it!
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I couldn't choose between those.
Right, yeah,
two.
that's a tough one. Yeah, because I imagine going down an elevator, you just see, that'd be sick.
Oh, it'd be so fun. Anyway, sorry.
All
I'm
right.
really excited about it now. I just feel bad because I was like kind of in the ungrateful camp with it, like, and it was just because I really wanted. Like, it wasn't like a mean thing. It was just like I really want games. I love your games. Give me games, please. It's like I
Actually,
wasn't trying to be ungrateful. It was more like a, I love your content. Please give us like actual content and not like in real life stuff.
Bronze, that could
If
be
that
good
makes sense.
go over. Like, I hadn't seen the rest of their posts. Like, maybe if no one else in chat has seen it, maybe you can read out like the rest of that. Like, what is it? Like a Twitter post where like the guy like designing it or whatever like said like everything that's coming with this restaurant.
Yeah, we can read that real quick. Yes, absolutely. Let me just
Oh,
hide
it's so
my
cool, like,
screen
the
for a second because I
latest
don't trust
update they
Twitter.
did.
What is the
Exactly.
company name again?
American something something.
American
Dream.
Yeah, because I remember the A.
Dream, right? Oh, it's not loading. You know what? Maybe Johnny Blocks has it on his YouTube. That goat.
Johnny.
Good old Johnny. Like
Johnny.
that guy's Twitter is such a lifesaver. Like, I wish I could shake
Yes.
the hand of this fellow.
Right, he's awesome. Yeah, he's cool.
Like,
wish I
so
could meet
much
him one day.
news that it's like I wouldn't
Yeah.
have known till like probably a day
Right,
later.
I feel like I keep up with him more often than like actual like what would you call it like Steel Wolf for example. Like I'm waiting for him to post to make sure it's official. Let's see where this is. I swear he had a post.
So many prank calls. God.
Hello. The Bite of 87. Also, yeah, I saw a funny chat
No.
where it was like, I give it 2 weeks
Yeah,
before the Bite of 87 happens, which is hilarious. And yeah.
Wait, what if you try to call a restaurant? You just hear hello. Hello?
That'd be sick.
Well, if
yes.
you're hearing this, you made a very poor career choice.
Press 1 for the operation hours.
I swear I saw it on my feed. I don't even know where to find this post now.
For any legal complaints,
That'd be right. They could do like a cool ARG lore within the restaurant. I don't know. So many opportunities. Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, because I remember.
Wait,
them
Var, did you
mentioning,
post it by the way? Sorry, maybe did you post it, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got
Okay, cool.
the newest like additional info posted on my
Thank you.
page.
Perfect. Thank you, lifesaver. Okay, here we go. Ready, guys? Great post, by the way. Go follow some Var for a good laugh. He has some really cool posts and some very funny ones as well. Okay, here we go. Here is from Johnny Blocks. There you go. That's the source. We know is legit.
And
We
it's
all
like
know now.
in parentheses his quote. Like,
W. Oh, for some reason I click on it. It brings me to your page. Okay, here we go. From Johnny Blocks posted on Twitter, the permanent real-life Freddy Fazbear Pizza opening in New Jersey next year will include 2 animatronic stage shows featuring Freddy and the Fazbear Band on the main stage and Foxy in Pirate Cove. The attraction features a fast casual dining experience, playable arcade machines recreated from the games, and horror-inspired multiplayer game experiences. The only way this experience succeeds... Wait, is this another... Oh, this is from the lead. Okay, yeah, quote and quote.
yeah, this is the regular sauce's quote.
Yeah, and this is from the lead creative for the attraction.
Yes.
Quote, the only way this experience succeeds is if it's created by a team that knows Five Nights at Freddy's inside and out. The animatronics show has to be authentic. The food has to be high quality. And above all else, we're not building a set that looks like Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. We're building Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. This experience will immerse longtime fans in the world they've imagined for years while welcoming an entirely new audience to discover it for the first time. That is so cool.
Sounds
That is
so cool.
yeah. That just like gives me
Yes.
That is so
I can't even
cool.
believe it.
Yeah,
But
I mean
just that sentence about
We'll make it
two
Freddy Fazbear?
animatronic stage shows featuring
Mhm.
Freddy and the Fazbear Band on the main stage and Foxy and Pirate Cove. I never thought that'd be a sentence I'd read.
Right, and
Yeah.
no, yeah.
What?
And I love the
That's
fact where they're like, we're not
absolutely
making a
insane.
stage or like just something that looks like it. We are making it. Like that is
Yeah,
really cool.
we're actually
And that's
Hopefully
what I
they
was
can
worried about. I was
actually
worried about it was just
rig
be,
it
like,
out.
Yeah.
And like actually get licenses for like all these like different songs, like God, like just like even like in the first movie where like the band is like doing that, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
clearly I know they can, right? Like
Yeah, because like once I read this, I just like sat there for a minute, like this can't be real. This cannot be real.
can
Right,
you
like, this is
imagine
the
like the
Freddy
sentence
Fazbear's
of me
Pizza.
being like,
That's crazy.
"Hey guys, you want to pop over to Freddy's?"
Right, yeah, exactly. This isn't be like, oh, let's go hop in the horror attraction. Like, no, this will be like, hey, let's go to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Let me show how far it is on Apple Maps. Like, it'll show Freddy Fazbear. Like, no attraction, no horror, like nothing. Like, it's the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and that's awesome.
We'll know
That's so
like
Because
this
you always
is
read that in the books. They're like, let's go to Freddy's.
Exactly,
And
that's
now
how
you
it'll
can
be.
literally say that next year.
Exactly, yes.
like-
Even though it's states away from me, I can say it. Not
Can
easy
you
to say,
imagine
but-
crazy.
like being into this like a decade ago and then
Oh,
just
I would have
randomly
not have
one
believed
day-
anyone that said
Well,
that.
no. And like one day you're like
Sorry.
randomly like throwing up DoorDash in New Jersey and you see Freddy
Freddy?
Fazbear's
Yo,
pizza delivery.
right.
And it's like,
funny.
what? What is this? Like, I can order Freddy Fazbear's.
Oh
be so
my
cool, yeah.
god.
Or just
Is
like
the pizza
10
gonna be
years
good?
down the line when when like some people aren't gonna be familiar with this, right? They're gonna walk in and just be like,
Right, like,
whoa,
what
what is this?
like an
Why are
actual
there
animatronic?
right?
What is this? The
and they're like, why are
80s?
people screaming in the backstage? Like they're gonna be freaked out. And they're like, yo, something's
can
going
only
on. Something's going
imagine.
on here, yeah.
God, like, what do you like? Is the pizza gonna like? What's the pizza tier gonna be?
Yo, that's
Like,
the
are
only
we
complaint.
talking,
Listen, that's the only complaint I have. Authenticity, the pizza would be horrible. It'd be recycled. It'd be
Not in the
horrible.
book.
Right, but they
So I'm
said the
glad
food's
they're not
actually gonna
doing
be
that.
Good, so I'm
Right, so
wondering,
that's
like,
not authentic in my opinion. No, I'm kidding. I'm glad they're making the food great.
Well, right, but it's
I
like,
think it'll be
how
good.
good is it actually gonna be? Are we talking like Little Caesars? Are we talking like Pizza
Well,
Hut?
hot
Like,
take.
how
I
good?
also hot take. I love Little Caesars. A lot of people hate on it. I'm a Little Caesars fan.
I love
it
it
too.
too.
Okay,
Forever.
okay, bro.
One
I'm
of
about
the
to do
best
another
potato
poll.
sauces ever.
Okay, we're about to do another poll because 70 votes, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for voting.
What's Freddy's
Cassie,
pizza gonna be like?
yeah, Cassie won, by the way, 40%. Vanessa
Cassie
got
won.
second.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Tape Girl got
That's
third, and then
crazy.
Miss Afton. I'll be honest, I'm assuming more people click new character. I think with that one, but new character did get 19%.
Fair.
You guys
Um,
need to believe. I promise.
Yeah, you never know. Wait, what should I do the poll? Let's see. I was gonna do a Little Caesars poll. Do we enjoy
Yeah,
Little Caesars?
like pizza
We'll do that
tier
too.
list for
Yes or no type of thing.
You know, it's-
like what?
Their
How good is
sauce, though,
Freddy's
like-
pizza gonna be?
Oh yeah.
how
yeah.
good? How? Let's see. I'm a slow typer. Keep talking, guys. Holy.
Yeah, like a tier list, like maybe like I don't know. What's the best like national chain pizza thing? Like honestly,
Oh yeah, we'll
like-
do that. We'll do that. Rank the pizzas.
Depends on who
Or-
you ask.
Well, yeah, and like different regions can have different chains be better or worse than
Exactly.
others. Like
Like
in
sometimes
one
the little
area,
hole in the wall places are the best in the world.
yeah, sometimes they can be like out here. They're kind of like not great. The local places, like honestly, like
Yeah.
my
Well, that's
go-to
what.
is kinda
Well, yeah. The
Little
poll I'm
Caesar.
doing is what is the best pizza place, and that. So yeah. So with this poll, guys, vote what you think is the best and what you think Freddy's will like look like. You know. So if you think Domino's is
Yeah,
your
and then
favorite,
like off of that,
then
yeah,
exactly. So Domino's is one. How do you spell Domino's? Wow, embarrassing. I have no idea.
DOMINOES.
Thank you, easy. Domino's, Pizza Hut,
Little Caesars and
Little Scissors.
Like who's like the other like regular
I was gonna say
go-to.
I could just do those or put like a local place as the fourth option.
or yeah, like local. And
Wow, how do you spell Little Caesars? Holy.
Actually, there's so many. There's like
CIESARS.
all the different
Thank
Papa ones too.
Papa John's.
Yeah, there's like so many
Yeah,
different.
John's, yeah.
Well, okay,
like
so
you can
the
make
I did
huge-
Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, and then local option. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Like all the kind of generic ones that I'm kind of imagining more of
Yeah.
what their food would be like.
Okay, there you
We're
go.
gonna Chuck E. Cheese, I
Okay,
guess,
everyone,
you know.
vote your favorite pizza, and then this is what you
And
think
Papa
Freddy Fazbear
John.
Pizza is gonna be like. Here we go. Another poll. We always go. I like how we're like a
What
food
is
channel
the
now. We always
best?
like stray off to food is what I think is great.
Why do we do
I mean, yeah, when you guys don't eat right before stream, it's
Right,
like,
this
oh
is what
God,
happens,
why
yeah,
are we thinking of
We start
food?
starving, right? Yeah.
Because, like, yes, Little Caesars used to be like cheaper than a lot of other options, but their sauce I genuinely like better.
Goated with the sauce, as it were.
Yeah, Little Caesars is up there. I'm sorry, but it's so good. I know some people don't like it for some reason, but Little Caesars, it's really good. Holy.
And when they do it correctly, the pretzel one is super good too. You just have to brush some of those huge salt pieces off, and then it's insane. Like, it's so good.
Just salt and
Highly
bread
recommend.
and sauce. Like, yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
So far, Little Caesars is winning. Yes, for the win. Thank you guys. Local has some
Okay.
higher options for Freddy. I also hear I'm honestly just not familiar with local places. But you know, yeah, anywhere.
Well, yeah, and like to me, it's not like Domino's and Pizza Hut are like bad. It's just like for the
No,
price you're paying
I
versus
like all of
like,
them.
Yeah.
yeah, like what you get. It's like I don't know. The last time I went to Pizza Hut, I was not like thrilled with like what I'm paying versus like how good the pizza is compared to like Little Caesars, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me.
No, I get it. I get it. Imagine being a DoorDash guy or pizza delivery guy or even just random average worker side character and existing in the FNAF universe. That'd be weird, but in a good way. I agree. A whole,
Well,
a whole
yeah,
lot of
that-
novels on those, a character who is delivering from that location can be done.
That's the idea I based my
So
whole
cool.
channel on, like the unnamed security guard. Like oh, like surely Mike wasn't the only one at FNAF 1. Who were the other workers? What did they think about what was going on? Like I don't know. Like trust me, I definitely get questions
Yeah.
like that.
Ooh, Mr. 3D Gaming, listen, don't unsubscribe from this channel, but hot take, I actually do not like the stuffed crust from Pizza Hut. Again, don't unsub, please. But I am not a fan of it. My girlfriend makes fun of it for me all the time, but I just don't like it for some reason. I don't know. It's not for me.
I've got to try it now.
It just
It's
okay.
so spendy though.
Yes, I ate Pizza Hut over the weekend. Cost me more than $50. It was insane. I was like, whoa. Why is there not a closer Little Caesars nearby that closes later? Holy. It
Well,
was the
yeah,
only
like the
option at
days
1
of like
a.m.
spending $20 and getting 2 pizzas are gone apparently.
Yes, exactly. Unless it's Little Caesars. Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah,
It was
Little
a tough
Caesars you still
experience.
can.
It was a rough experience. Let me say, to say that. And then I had to get the sodas as well. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Stuffed crust is the best.
Oh yeah, you don't get the pop at the pizza place. You get it at like the dollar store or Walmart or wherever where it's $1. Hopefully, still. I haven't bought pop in years, but it's like you buy it like off the shelf there. It'll be like $1, and then you just throw it in the fridge, and like by the time you're halfway done with the pizza, it's probably cold enough. If you put it in the freezer, actually, this is the old meta high school trick.
Yes. I mean, like beverages like that with pizza is one of my favorite things.
Yes.
Sigh.
Not $1
I'm
anymore.
hungry. I need pizza, guys.
Right? I was like,
Dang.
I'm hungry.
Well, and yeah, like where do you guys like you two think? Like how is Freddy's Pizza in real life going to actually stack up versus these big national chains? Like where do you think
I think we're gonna get a
I-
pretty
yeah.
good. I think it's gonna
Pretty
be
good Zod,
pretty good.
Wow.
Because
Is it
like
gonna-
even the recipes, like in the recipe book of FNAF for the stuff you can make, like the ingredients look insanely delicious. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be pretty good.
Right. And I hope they do have different styles as well. That'd be cool, Like I know Chicago style, or like maybe they could do a lot of stuff with the pizza, obviously.
bone
Yeah, there's
in
so
pizza?
much they could do.
Bone
Since they
in,
said it
yeah,
be like
bone in
somewhat
pizza.
fast food though, like a fast, like you get your food pretty
Yes.
fast. I feel like
Yeah.
it's
Also,
gotta be
wings.
somewhere
Please
in
have
the
good
middle.
wings. I can't have pizza without wings. Like that's a must for me, honestly.
I
Please have
love-
some good boneless
Oh,
options.
yeah.
I'm more of a boneless guy.
That'd be
Yes, we're a
delicious.
food channel now, guys.
We're gonna have a
We're
whole
a food,
channel.
yeah, we're a food channel now.
What's going on? We're headed over to Freddy's to do a
Headed to
food review.
Freddy.
Oh my god!
That'd
can
be
you
cool.
imagine
I
how
want to
many
do. Yeah, I want to do that so
reviewers
bad. Yeah.
Are gonna head to
I was gonna say because
Yeah.
I haven't been to New Jersey. Maybe they like.
I have not been to
like,
New
sell,
Jersey
like,
either.
pizza. Maybe there's like is insanely good.
Well, Little Caesar is tied with a local option. 20 votes. Make sure to vote if you haven't. Let's get Little Caesar. Pizza Hut is losing. I thought Domino's was gonna lose. I like Domino's, but for the other options, I thought Domino's was gonna be bottom tier. That's surprising me, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But it's
Domino's
okay.
used to be one of my very favorites, but like for me personally, the quality's gone down significantly in the last decade.
That's fair. Me too.
I don't know if that's
Me
just
too.
me or
No,
like
no, I
what.
get it. And also, I'm not a fan of the rebranding. Sometimes I just like the original.
Like my nowhere town back in Ohio actually has one of the old like style like Pizza Hut
Nice.
buildings.
Yeah.
and like it never got turned into anything else, so it's like a true relic.
That's
I wish they would have stuck with that. It's like where everything looks identical.
They
It's so
need to
lame.
bring that back. I loved that, like the red cups and stuff.
exactly.
Yeah, like not
exactly.
every like McDonald's out here like trying to look like a dentist office. Like it's so
Dude,
annoying.
McDonald's is so ugly now. It's so depressing.
I hate it. Like they're all trying to look like dentist offices. Like why? Well, and it's because if one goes down, we can
Hi,
just
Chica.
sell it to like Wendy's if McDonald's fails in this area. And it's like, oh my god, you all suck.
Right. Also, Woobly,
It's
do
just
not
me.
apologize. I love frozen pizza from anywhere as well.
Yeah, like
any
Jack's
pizzas.
Pizza,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
one of my very favorite things in the whole world.
100%. Look, this is great from
Like,
Mr. 3D. Bronze film, silver platter, and the third gold thing is gold star meals. Yes, absolutely, a gold star. Like, yeah. How many gold stars is this pizza gonna get? 1 out of 5. I love that idea. You know what? I might do that one day, Mr. 3D. I'm serious, and I'll credit you, obviously,
This
but I might do
is
that. Yeah.
Running on Freddy's food review.
Here we have DoorDash Freddy's from New Jersey's. States over. Let's try this. How many gold stars is gonna get? I love that. That's actually such a good idea. Yo,
We're road tripping just
that might have to be the
food
movie.
review. Of
I'm telling you, it would be out.
Freddy's.
Hopefully, one day, guys. The idea is all 3 of us go over there and we'll do a live stream. Maybe eat some pizza with you guys.
Oh my god.
You know, you never
yes.
know. Well, hopefully, one day it would be great. That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
Imagine how slammed they're gonna be their first year.
Oh man, that's gonna be bad. Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
I hope it does well enough. Like legitimately, they're like, hey, can we like open more of these throughout the country? The demand is insane. Well, and
That
hopefully
would
they
be
do.
cool.
Like if they could
I
get one
think
in this
so,
side of the
yeah.
country too, that'd be ideal.
Like at the
Right, I
expense
agree.
of the quality going down, I don't want them to. But like if they could maintain it and like keep it as awesome as the first location,
Yeah, I think
awesome.
5
It's
is
so
great.
cool.
Like kind of spread out. 5 as
Yeah,
best as you
spread them
can.
throughout
Yeah.
the country.
I think
like
that is
one East
great.
Coast, one West
Yeah.
Coast, North,
One in
South.
the center
enough
somewhere.
Where, like you can keep
Yeah.
tabs
Yeah.
on them without it getting too chaotic.
Yes, I think 5 is great.
Actually, yeah.
That's a great. Yeah.
That would be perfect. Like Northeast, Southwest, and then like one right in the middle of the country
Yeah.
in like the
Right,
states.
but I do like
That's
Var's
what-
idea where each
really-
one is a themed on a different game. I do like that. Not gonna lie, that's like 6
Yes,
good
that-
pizzerias you can do.
Then there could
Because
be like
I don't
a
think Pizza
different
Book's happening.
collector thing you can get at each one.
Yeah,
or something.
exactly.
Ooh,
Like a circus
there we
baby. Imagine
go.
a circus baby cup or figurine on each meal. What?
Yes, and
Oh,
the different
absolutely.
faster coins per
Yeah.
location. It'd be so cool.
Those would be the hardest
It's
animatronics though
fast-
to nail down
Wait a
the
minute,
fun
it's
times, but that'd
fast
be cool.
tokens. You can collect it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a circus baby
so
fast
cool.
token. Like, let's go.
And when you can present them all to Candy Cadet at a secret location, you can get told a story.
Not the secret
There's like an
location,
underground
yeah.
area on each one you can go to.
A sinkhole
Oh
just
my
leads you
God.
somewhere. A real life
Like
mimic
so
down
many
there.
ideas.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, the potential.
Put us in
is
charge.
infinite.
You
You
know
can just
what?
have like
Yeah.
a VR headset you can put on.
God,
and
hit
you're,
us
like, in
up.
alternate reality.
Yeah, hit us up, American Dream. We can help out. Promise.
American Dream,
Hit
yeah.
us up,
We've got the
yeah.
ideas.
We have the
Hire
ideas.
us.
We don't. I don't even want payment. Just let me like be one of the first
I'll
to go
work
in.
for
and then I'll
free.
be good.
Just
Yeah, I'll
put
work for
this
free.
in.
Yeah.
100%.
Well,
Pay
let
my
me work
gas
at the pizzeria.
and I'm good to go.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, like fly
Yeah.
us out there. I'll do it for free.
Yeah, what's funny is
100%.
like if it was near me, I would work there for free if it was legal. I would not care at all.
It'd just be such a cool experience, honestly. Yeah,
Maybe like
It'd be
bare
really cool.
bucket minimum wage.
Yeah, this give me like fair wages or something. I don't know.
But yeah,
It's
now
just
we're-
so cool that they're doing it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I still can't believe it. I can't believe it's real because I remember that always stuck in my head where I remember Scott being like, no, he wouldn't, which is fair. So then that was always like a no, like it's never gonna happen in my head, right? But I was wrong, and I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
And I'm
I think
Scott.
this
You know,
was
it can
the
happen.
most-
Scott can change his mind, guys. So like that's also not a bad thing
Yeah,
either. I
someone
think.
pointed out that it may have been you on him that he was talking like more about the management aspect of it. He didn't want to be like directly involved with that.
Mm,
So that-
That's
may
because
have
it's not him directly or Steelbook
Yeah,
or anyone
like-
do it. This is American Dream.
right, I
doing
think that's what he said,
this.
that he wouldn't know how to run a pizzeria, which is fair because me neither. So now he has the people, and it's just like his like really good idea, you know?
And like,
Yeah.
who is this American Dream company? They're like a mall company or something.
Yeah, like the mall, second biggest mall in the USA.
I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, you're good. So I mean, like, yeah, if they've run a bunch of malls before, surely they've done like, they've managed all sorts of restaurants and whatever's like in
Mhm.
malls, but like, surely they could run a pizzeria better.
Yeah, I agree.
Surely.
No, I agree. I truly do think I think it'll be a success, you know, and I think it could go on for as long as they needed to, right? And then hopefully, like you said, open new locations. But like Not going crazy where it's like Little Caesars where they have.
Yeah, I think like
you know,
5 total locations would be like the perfect.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Like, and just put them in like again, like one in the north, one in the south, one in the east. Where
Hello,
the first one is.
Welcome, welcome. Yeah.
One in the west, one in the plains. Like that would kind of be perfect.
Yeah, I agree. Welcome, Glitch. We're talking about food. We transitioned talking about a lot of food. Yeah. Giving out toys with meals like McDonald's. Hopefully, they won't rapidly decrease in quality or anything. That's fair. Yeah, OG McDonald's toys is crazy.
Trust me, that is always going to be a concern. Like, especially this year. Like, I've learned so much about the restaurant world. Like, getting my business started this year. And again, I'm not a restaurant, but like I work with a lot of people who are, and it's like, because I'm just a mobile food vendor, but it's like when you hear people talk about like how like razor thin your margins are, especially like at a brick and mortar, like me, it's nowhere near as bad because I'm a street vendor, right? But like a restaurant, it's like maybe they're making like, depending on your ticket, like, God, it can be as little as like $1 to $5 per plate versus, or even if it's like like a higher end one, it can be like maybe 5 or 10 for like some fancy like lobster stuff. Like the margins really aren't like amazing, guys. Is what I realized. Like, and that's why like the fancy restaurant, like that is where they make most of their money. Is going to be their wine or alcohol or whatever, you know. And, you know, just like little things like that I didn't realize. So, like, that they're going to have to consider that for Freddy's, too, right? Like, and I think, like, all the accoutrements, right, of, like, because, you know, like, they're going to have, like, a little merch store, whatever, and that's totally fine, right? But, like, stuff like that, or, like, I would buy, like, a novelty, like, cup or something of Freddy's, you know, like, just for the shelf, if nothing else.
Yeah.
But, like, that's going to be where they make a lot of their money.
Zeta said, I have been to this mall a bunch, and my friend is a character performer. That's sick. They have a mini theme park inside and a stage concert area. Yo, yeah, I searched up some of it, and that sounds right. Yeah, it's a huge mall. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that is so cool. I would love to be a character performer. What? That's awesome. Nice. I want to go there. Yeah, even like just in general, besides Freddy's, like there's so much to do there in general. They have like theme parks. They have like arcade ride, not like arcade, but like amusement park rides, kind of. I think is what I saw. It's crazy. I want to go there. So yeah, that'd be cool. They have a lot of licensing experiences with Nickelodeon and other companies. There you go. I think that makes sense. So you see, FNAF will just be another one. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Scott gave them like 20 once-overs like before they finalized and he signed all of this. Surely,
right?
Because that's a big jump to make to like an actual real life Freddy's and all like that. You're good. The potential problems that might come from what is like doing a real life Freddy's.
This is funny. Glitch said, I just noticed Unname's character is actually sitting down with his legs forward and never noticed that before. It's true.
Is that what those are?
Yes.
Oh, those are my legs.
You know, he blends in with the table very much, so it just looks like something sticking out. But at his leg, you know, me and Var honestly don't really have legs, especially Var. I can't move my stumps, but yeah, unnamed has legs. Yeah, it's true.
It's neat. I never noticed.
Yeah, so you can walk around. Woobly says, I love shopping malls. The problem is malls don't like me very much. I constantly get accused of loitering when I'm just walking around and trying to decide what to spend my money on. I'm an adult, by the way. What? That has not happened to me. That's unfortunate. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that.
That was like the whole point of a mall. You
just wander around. I love window shopping. I don't have to go. I'm just walking around doing nothing. That's what I basically did this weekend. I'm just walking around because I'm like, yo, that place is out of my price range. I'm not even going to go inside there, but I want to walk down there. Really?
Right.
Yeah, mine was partially my own fault, though, because it was like before all the 2020 stuff happened with people wearing masks and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was wearing a mask because it was freezing cold. So it was like one of those like full kind of like face masks, I guess. Like it was one you wear for winter, so it covers your whole head, but it covers your chin too and stuff.
Nice,
So and then I had to wear my backpack. I was walking to work, and I just take the shortcut through the mall. And I got pulled over by security because I looked terrifying.
Yo, I see. Damn, that's.
He was like, "Yeah, we had someone call because you looked really suspicious," and I was like, "Oh my god,
I'm so sorry." Right? Yo, that's crazy. Oh my god.
I definitely deserved it, but it was just like
I just think that's funny. Like the person calling must have been like, "Oh my god, we need you guys here now. Something might happen. That's crazy. Oh my god.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that.
Right, me neither. Yeah, you're telling us something like interesting. Yeah.
It's just like what you wear when you're like, if you've ever snowblowed, you just wear like a full like face covering like thing so that you're comfortable because it's like so cold. That was hilarious.
No, it's funny. Yeah. I luckily have not been in trouble with mall people. I don't think I have. Yeah, and I was loitering a bunch last weekend, honestly, or this weekend. I was just sitting around everywhere, looking at some FNAF news. The mall staff just automatically assume I'm a minor because I'm short and have some childlike hobbies and interests. I am sorry to hear that sucks, especially with the hobbies. Like I get it. I was looking for some blokies. You can like build your own kind of like action figures. Sick. I was looking for them.
Yes,
so
I need
right.
more.
Yes, I have. My brother got me a Venom and I have a Moon Knight for Marvel Rivals. Awesome stuff. So I get it, and definitely unfortunate that just have mall staff coming at you for nothing. So I'm sorry. And yeah, I've been lucky enough. Unnamed, you ever experienced anything like that?
I need the Miku ones.
Nice.
Not directly, just because like again, like in real life, I kind of look like a young Walter White. Or like, what is it? Like the guy from the Hot Diggity Demon channel. I guess I kind of look like him now because I'm bald too. But like, yeah, no, like I don't know, maybe a little imposing, I guess. But that is fun. Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, I guess I have been like a little imposing and not realizing it to people before. Like, I don't know, thinking I'm gonna be a little bit more like abrasive than I actually am.
I get that a lot.
Right, like. Oh no! Like, oh, you're actually nice, right? Yeah, I've gotten a little bit of that before. So, but I guess on the opposite end, I guess I'm not small.
I have to keep showing them my idea, and even then they keep forgetting. Damn, the mall staff needs to lock in. Yeah.
I feel flattered every time I get carded now. It's like, ooh, do I still look like I'm in my 20s? Like, how old are you? 25? And I'm like, yes, I am.
Yes, thank you.
But you were born in 95. Aren't you 31? It's like, yeah. Like, yeah.
Right. Like, they ruin the moment. It's like, you didn't need to say that.
Right, yeah. That's happened like 3 times now. And it's like, oh, yes, I still look young. Awesome.
I think for me, the only time I got ID'd was, I told Var the story. I don't know if I've told chat or unnamed. But I went to Walmart to buy some very adult stuff, like the toy Freddy Jazzwires toy that came out. So, I was looking around, I got it. My girlfriend was with me, and we went to the self-checkout, right? And I scanned him, and, like, the thing went off, like a red light. And, the worker came at me, and she's like, oh, I need to see your ID. And I was like, what? I was like, and I was just super lost. Yeah, they needed to see my ID for the toy Freddy toy at Walmart, and I was so confused. So I like pull it out and I give it to her, and I was 20 at the time. And she looked at it and she was like, do you turn 21 soon? Like, really concerned. And I was like, kinda, like in 6 months. And she's like, I'll let it slide, just go. And I was like, what? Like, I'm not doing anything wrong. Like, it made me feel like I was doing something super illegal. And then I just grabbed the toy, and I started running off basically with my girlfriend. I was like, all right, like, we need to go. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, she's like, I'll let it slide, just go. And I was like, what? What do you mean let it slide? It's a toy Freddy. I don't know what you mean.
Totally rigged.
Yeah, I was freaking out. I was like, oh no. I was like, okay, I'll go.
21 plus.
Yeah, it never happened. I never thought it would, honestly.
It's so weird. I wonder what on earth it flagged it as.
Yeah, me neither. I must have put it as like something else.
A salty gamer.
It's just hilarious.
So yeah, now I'm scared to buy it. Now I buy them exclusively at GameStop. I haven't been to Walmart to buy one since, and I won't.
I don't blame you.
Not my
I shouldn't laugh.
No, it's just funny. Yeah, it was funny. It just freaked me out in the moment. I was like running away because I felt like something's so wrong. The way she said it too, she was like, "Just go." And I was like, oh my god, I was like, okay, I'm sorry.
It's like you were trying to do something awful.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was actually doing, buying something that I shouldn't have, right, at that age. And she was like, just go. Like, she didn't even look at what I was buying. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. So, yeah. Zeta says, I was refused entry to a jazz bar because I thought I had a fake card and I missed my friend's solo. What? That sucks. No. I hear that happen a lot for some reason where, I don't know who, but, like, they look at it and fake, and then, like, hopefully yours wasn't cut off or cut up, but I have heard instances where, like, they cut up the ID. Which is crazy because that's your official ID, which you need. So I'm sorry to hear that sucks. So yeah, only time it's happened to me. But we'll start to close it off here just because I've been streaming for a bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, we'll start to end it off. But a lot of fun, great stream. A lot of lot of discussion, still a lot to discuss in that sense. I think we could
There's
ramble
so
on
much
about.
going on now.
Yeah, we could still talk more about FNAF World 2 and Vanny and Vanessa and Security Breach 2. But we are gonna record a podcast, and that'll be up tomorrow or the day after, hopefully, maybe even tomorrow. And yeah, we'll talk about that more in depth in a more organized manner, and hope to see you all there. But thank you everyone for tuning in. It means the world. And yeah, we'll stream hopefully soon. I want to stream as much as I can before I go back to school. Not fun, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you. It's not my fault. I have these fat plastic fingers. Toy Freddy. That was exactly
It's not
what happened to
my
me.
fault. I have these fat plastic fingers.
Exactly. That's how I felt. Yeah. Thank you, Toasted. W stream, very excited. Yes. I feel like we're all so happy and just so much momentum now back at it with the franchise, which I love. So thank you for tuning in, Toasted. Thank you, Woobly Schmoogly. Thank you, Zeta. Thank you, Glitch Stinger. Thank you, Mr. 3D Gaming. Thank you, CK. Thank you, Pure Hydro. Thank you, The Mad Hatress. Thank you, Glitch. Thank you, Tori is a Geek. Sorry, I was like, I've read that right. I don't want to say that. That sounds mean if that's not your username, but Tori is a Geek is the username. The Jade Gamer. Thank you, Mio. Thank you, Musty15. Thank you. I'm missing someone. Thank you, Glitch102. Thank you, the Digidog, with the really great question. So yeah, thank you, Mattress, again.
There's
thank you,
so
everyone.
many people in here.
Yes, thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and means the world. And we'll see you all next stream. Thank you for everyone here. Var unnamed.
Hello.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
It was just really fun.
Yeah, this was good. I mean, yeah.
There's lots to think about too.
There
Yes.
are. I hope. Maybe it's just me being greedy, but it's like, God, I hope we get a little bit more. Like someone mentioned earlier, like this September PlayStation thing going on.
Ooh, there you go.
Maybe we get something there.
Five
You
Labs
know,
and Freddy's. Play with your friends.
there you go. That's the announcement.
Please.
Person's like, for those 5 Nights at Freddy's fans, and then it's just 5 Laps at Freddy's. Yes.
I need.
I'd be down with that.
Funny.
I
I would
need
be so
FNAF
happy.
Mario Kart. I
Yes,
need it so
multiplayer
bad.
is a must. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, if
please
it's
do that.
online multiplayer, that'd be the peakest peak.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, and there's like got to be 2 characters per cart, and they got to do the swap thing and like throw items. Like, yes,
Not Double Dash. No.
yes, yes. Like,
That'd be
A lot of
Those
a lot of
two-
ideas. They should do it all.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, thanks everybody. Good to see you.
Likewise, I am halfway through proofreading my video. By the way,
Perfect.
hopefully the next week I get it up. Fingers
Hey, oh
crossed.
my God, that's exciting. Nice. There you go, everyone. Tune in for that. It's gonna be really cool, and we'll probably do a live stream reacting to it. So that'll be awesome. Good luck with that unnamed. And I would cry, says the Mad Hatchers. Same. So yeah, thank you everyone tuning in. See you guys next time. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. There you go.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
For everyone here, yeah. Bye everyone.